All right, we are finally live again. There we go. I'll have to, Oh, yes, of course. Oh, here it is. I have to notify the Discord server.
Alright. Oh, Lexi's back. Hello, welcome back. We're back. We're not ghosts anymore. Hey, Pixelated
Growing
Shade.
your art account. Okay, we are officially back. Sorry, everybody. We actually had to completely restart the computer because the camera would not show up. Our stream deck wasn't working. I couldn't do anything.
We had an oil class yesterday. Close enough, though.
Wednesdays.
Yeah.
All right. I was actually in the middle of writing some stuff out.
Hey, Ginny?
Where was I? Follower versus...
This is going to be a very fun topic. It's a topic that we are very passionate about, especially Colton, because he's done a lot of research on this stuff.
So, Christina and I made a TikTok, and we posted content every single week for 11 months straight. We barely grew. We had nothing that went viral. We had absolutely nothing that performed well at all. It was very, very demoralizing. We were starting this business, and we're like, we need to promote and advertise and build a community, and almost an entire year of absolutely nothing. It was our lives. Like, this was our job, right? Like, this was what we were doing for a living. This is what we decided to do. It wasn't like we were starting a social media for fun on the side. This was like part of the success of our anime academy. Mm-hmm. And it was 11 months of demoralization and suffering. And I went down the rabbit hole of learning a lot about social media. And I went down the rabbit hole of learning about the psychology behind growing and everything, and we got pretty good at it. We grew 100,000 followers over 6 months after that. It took us an entire year to get to 3,000 followers.
I know.
Like, doing it as a job, and then over the 6 months after that, we grew 100,000 followers, and it was actually a piece of cake. It was actually quite easy. We would have videos that we I think we're at like our 6th or 7th video that's over 2 million views, and that's a lot, by the way. Like, that's a lot. And I'm going to tell you the secret of exactly how we did it, all right? So this stream is about why your art account doesn't grow, all right? We're not experts. We do it for a living, though. So, I mean, we're good enough to teach the basics of it, all right?
Yeah, so if you want to post your art, I feel like this is great to listen to.
And there's some core concepts. There's some core concepts. Did you just say the thing? I don't know what the thing is.
I don't know what the thing is.
But anyways, there's some core concepts we're going to go over. This is for anybody who wants to grow their account. I'm not going to give you any secrets on, how many hashtags or which hashtags to work. I'm not going to give you any secrets on what to say or how to use whatever to grow. Like, I'm not saying none of that stuff works at all. I'm like, that's not how we do things. Mm-hmm. You know how we approach art? We're always talking about the fundamentals. Well, I believe in the same thing when it comes to social media. And it comes down to understanding how the mechanism works. Have your lives helped your following? Yeah, I would say maybe 50, 60,000 people of our followers are from live streaming over the last year. Probably. Mm-hmm. Most of our followers are from posted content. Most of our followers don't even know we stream, funny enough.
Yeah.
All of the people who find our streams are different people than people that follow us, or most of them. But anyways, there's a couple core concepts, all right? One of them is called TikTokification, and that is a real term. You can Google it. Follower versus interest-based is another one. All right? And I'm just kind of throwing out a couple of things that I want to talk about today. I'm going to talk about why social media is so toxic for artists. And I'm going to talk about analytics and how to understand what shares, follows, likes, and bookmarks and comments generally mean. Not all the time, but like generally. And I'm going to talk about how social media works. So y'all ready? Are y'all ready to get started? This is not going to be so much of an art stream. Maybe some drawing later on, like tutorials and stuff. But as of right now, this is the meat and potatoes of this is class. This is social media class. So there is a term. It is called TikTokification. What does this term means? What does this term means? Great
Real,
start.
that's my brain.
What does this term mean? I just said a TikTok comment. TikTokification is a movement that TikTok mostly started. And actually, I think Tumblr might have started it back in the day. But essentially, TikTokification is moving from follower-based to interest-based. All right? What does that mean? It means social media, the way that it used to work. So I say social.
Do you recommend following trends to grow even if it doesn't feature your best art? We'll probably get to that.
We'll get to that.
Mm-hmm.
This is more foundational. This is more foundational. All right? Social media. So old, new. All right? So the old way that social media worked is it was kind of like an emailing list. All right? You would get followers. So you are here, right?
Those little doodles.
And you have all these followers. All right? So these are your followers. And what would happen is you would make a post, all right? You would make a post and post. And your followers would all see that post, right? It's kind of like sending an email to someone. It goes to their inbox, right? That is follower-based social media. That's what's gone on for a long time, all right? You would get a bunch of followers, and it would essentially be a blast. You would blast it out. You would make a tweet, you would make an Instagram post, you would make a Facebook post, you would send out an email, and your followers or subscribers would get that post. That is no more. That doesn't exist nearly to the extent. I would say it's like 5% of what it used to be. It was entirely based on this in the past. It is now not. It is referred to as the TikTokification, all right? So this is follower-based.
And this is
follower-based.
Some people are like, we've definitely seen some posts where like, oh, and people, like, my followers aren't seeing my posts or something like that. You know,
I'm shadow banned.
I'm shadow banned, you know. Those kind of, I mean, that's the reason. It's because it doesn't really exist that way anymore.
How many of you have seen people complaining about, oh, my 4,000 followers, none of them see anything I post. I'm shadow banned. This is crazy. TikTok sucks. How many of you have seen that, right? How many of you have made a post on TikTok and none of your followers have seen it? Or very, very, very few, like only a couple of people see it, right? I've got 4,000 followers on TikTok and nobody sees it. Right?
I have this much followers, yeah.
This much followers. Can you give me my phone?
Yes.
Right? Who deals with that? None of your followers see your posts on TikTok. This is not an accident. You are not shadow banned. This is how TikTok works fundamentally. I'm going to show you a good example. I'm going to go and I'm going to look up Gary Vee.
He is a really good example.
Oh, come on, dumb thing. I don't want to search my inbox. I want to search this. Gary Vee. All right, so this guy has 15 million followers. Here he is. Gary Vee. 15 million followers. You want to see how many views his posts have? 5,000, 9,000, 30,000, 125K, 33K, 67K, 13, 32, 42, 21. How does a guy with 15 million followers get 5,000 views on a post? Is he shadow banned? Is every single person on, look at anybody on TikTok, or most people on TikTok that post like a whole bunch of times. You'll see this everywhere. People are not shadow banned. It is simply how the app works. It is an interest-based app. Followers on TikTok mean Very, very, very little. It is how the app is designed. And I want to let you know every single app is moving in this direction. It is called interest-based social media. It is an actual term. Most people have not heard of it. Interest-based. What is interest-based social media? It means TikTok shows you posts from your interests rather than your follows. If you follow a whole bunch of people, TikTok will show you some content from those people, but most of the content is you get shown vids on interests. Right? This is like social media in 2025 101 class. And any of you who are serious about growing on social media, you've got to understand this, because this is like the science of why it works and how it works, all right? So the new way that social media works is interest-based content. It shows you posts and videos on your interests rather than who you follow. Now, I'm not saying it will never show you someone you follow. It's just most of the time what you see is interest-based. And I'll tell you exactly why. You go, well, that's stupid. I follow people. I want to see their posts. That's dumb. I want my followers to see my posts. We don't have control over that. TikTok, the way that it works is TikTok is designed to make money, right? So this is TikTok. This is social media in general, social platforms. These are multi-billion dollar platforms, right? They are designed to make money. They are not designed to shoot your content out there. They're designed to make money. And if your content being put out there makes them more money, they'll do it. So social platforms, what's up?
I was gonna say, they're not your friends.
They're not your friends.
They're very self.
They're not your enemies. I mean, yeah. I would argue they're probably your enemies, but they're not really your enemies. You just have to understand how they work. They exist with or without you understanding how they work. All right? Social media platforms, their goal is money. They want to make money. How do they make money? Right? They're free. You don't pay for them. So how do they make money? If something is free, you're the product. That's pretty standard in business. If there is a free service, you're the product. They make money. Advertisers give them money, right? They give them money. So you are on the app for free and you scroll. You see an ad. You scroll, you see an ad. And a lot of people are complaining about more ads on TikTok, especially after the supposed ban and everything. I agree. I think the app is going downhill. I'm not agreeing with any of this in terms of what they're doing. I'm just the messenger. This is how they work. You can either take advantage of it or you cannot take advantage of it, or you can leave the platform. It doesn't matter. I don't really care. This is for the benefit of you guys. I want you guys to understand how TikTok works, all right? Advertisers give TikTok money. TikTok does not make money if people leave their platform, if they do not watch videos, all right? So money for TikTok equals watching videos. People watch videos, right? So people watch vids. This is at its very core how TikTok works. People watch videos, they get shown ads. All right? People watch videos, they get shown ads, TikTok makes money. That's how it works. Now, what does this have to do with going viral? Well, TikTok wants to promote good content. Good content equals more people watch videos, right? Good video, meaning people watch it, right? Equals more money, right? Good video equals more money. I'm trying to simplify it as much as I can. So TikTok's goal is to make money. Advertisers give TikTok money. If TikTok makes money when people watch videos, Ads. All right? A good video equals more money. So TikTok basically have realized if I can get people to stay on my app longer, I'll make more money. But I don't make content. TikTok doesn't make content. You make content. Viewers, users make content, right? Remember, you are the product. You are the person that brings in viewers. You are the one who's getting people to stay on TikTok and make them money, right? So one thing that TikTok has done that's actually pretty revolutionary is they've realized something. They have realized if they only show you videos from people you follow, this is really important, by the way. If they only show you videos by people you follow, you're going to run out of videos and leave the platform. How does TikTok make money? By having people watch videos. If you run out of videos you watch from your people who you follow, if you only follow 10 people and none of them have posted today,
It's dead.
you leave the app. You don't watch anything. TikTok has realized, wait a second, I don't need to show this person videos from people they follow. I'm going to show them videos that keep them on my app. Now, this is the really interesting thing is TikTok has a very advanced algorithm. They can, because people's interests change on like a minute by minute basis. You want to watch cat videos 1 minute. You want to watch silly stuff another minute. You want to see a sob story the third minute. And TikTok can in real time adapt their algorithm to what videos it shows you. All right. Have you noticed that you'll doom scroll on TikTok and you'll doom scroll and you'll doom scroll, or YouTube Shorts? Every platform's doing this, or on Instagram Reels, and you'll doom scroll. TikTok is designed to make you doom scroll. They are designed to make you doom scroll because it keeps you on their app and they keep making money. So they have this really advanced algorithm. They have this really, really advanced algorithm that keeps you on their app longer, all right? So how does TikTok work? When you make a post, so let's just say you make a post. You make a post. Everybody's talking about 300 view jail. I'll tell you why exactly why that works and why you're not going to be happy about it. Maybe you'll be happy. I don't know. What is 300 view jail, or any jail, right? Different people get trapped in different jails. They're like 300 view jail. I'll tell you exactly what 300 view jail is. 300 view jail is TikTok tests your video. It's a test. This is a test. All right. Here's what happens. So we've just established that TikTok does not show videos to your followers, really. It shows them to some, but it doesn't, not that much. So you make a video, and the only way for TikTok to know if that video is good and I shouldn't even say good, if it resonates with people, if it's keeping people on the app, right? Keeping people on the app. So what is the goal? So keeping people on app. This is TikTok's goal. If they keep people on their app, they make more money. You make a post and they send that post. They experimentally send it out to people and they use their algorithm. They use the algorithm in order to test the video, and the video takes, and the algorithm looks at likes, average view duration, shares, comments, bookmarks, most importantly, average view duration. All right. And if it does not perform well enough through these metrics, they stop the test. That is why videos will suddenly cut views. It is not a shadow ban. It is simply how the platform works. You make a video. Remember, it's not getting shown to your followers, so they show it to someone and they go, hey, let's see what this person thinks. It's like, hey, mom, watch this video. And then you yawn. And then you go get distracted. Ah, crap. She got distracted. All right. What?
I have a comment. I feel like maybe a lot of people think that when they post something on social media, they think it like circles or makes its way around the whole internet or something like that. but it just doesn't
Maybe,
really do
yeah.
that. Maybe. I mean, I used to think that that's what social media did, was like, oh, somehow some
It just
people
makes
will
its
find
rounds.
It just makes its rounds.
It just
exactly.
makes its rounds. Somehow, some way, there's a way.
Yeah, that's what I
Right?
used to think.
300 view jail is a failed test, essentially. It's not a failed test. I mean, you could get 0 views. Let's be honest. Who's posted content that's gotten 0 views? Probably a lot of people. So you make a post, 300 view jail is literally just a test, all right? And I'm sure a lot of you get more than 300 views. You get 600, you get 900, you get 2,000, you get 3,000, maybe an occasional 10 or 15,000. These are tests, all right? 300 view jail is a test, and it just stops its test when it's done. So, moving forward. Let's see, my notes. What is interest-based? They used to not have the... Okay, so basically, they used to not have these algorithms. These are really advanced algorithms. They're very good at what they do. They're really, 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 really good at keeping people brain rotting and doom scrolling for hours. They used to not have that. That's why social media platforms used to be follower-based. They used to be follower-based. You would have followers, and people would share it, and people would follow you. I'm telling you right now, followers do not matter. I would say, if anything, followers are simply a metric of how good of a job you're doing giving people value. Followers do not matter. You can have a fresh account with 0 followers and get a 20 million view video if it's a good quality video. And there's a lot of accounts that do it. Have you noticed? You'll see a viral video and it'll just be a fresh account that has like a stolen video or whatever. Followers don't matter. They're simply a representation of how good of a job you're doing at making people feel like they're going to continue to get value. But we'll talk about that later, okay? So, follower versus interest-based. Why social media is toxic to artists. What should we talk about next? They've realized interest-based works better. Yeah, so essentially, as a recap, social media platforms are moving towards the TikTok format, which is content that goes around is based on interest based rather than followers, generally speaking. All right. Now there's of course special exceptions here and there, but this is generally how people grow, right? It's content based. Your content is good. It gets put out there. Every platform is moving in this direction. All right. Social media. And then how do social media platforms make money? They make money by people staying on the platform. So if you keep people on the platform, they like you. If you don't keep people on the platform, you get stuck in 300 view jail. Your videos don't get any views. Because again, TikTok is designed to make money. They make money when people watch videos. All right? And again, this is how we grew so fast. This is how we grow really, really, really fast. This is the underlying understanding behind why we grew so fast. Now, Christine and I do a really, really bad job of posting content. We post like 1 video every 3 months. We do absolutely abysmal.
We're trying to do more consistently.
Right?
Yes,
we have grown. Like, go look at our channel. Go look at our videos. Like, almost all of our videos perform really well. Of course, they're few and far between because reasons. But right, as far as our videos go, 1.9 million views. This side view heads one has 1.8 million. Our last video did really bad, and it has 81,000. 398K. That one did really bad. That one was a meme. 64K. So like even the bad ones are not like bad, right? 1.6 million, 1 million, 2.4 million views, right? 504,000, 308,000, 923,000. Where can I find your perspective tutorials? Oh, on our YouTube channel.
Draw Anime Academy.
Yep, same name. All right. So why is social media toxic to artists? Because social media, as it exists right now, interest-based, has not been designed for artists. It's not made for artists. And what I mean by that is artists are trying to get some sort of a satisfaction out of people viewing their content. You want your post to go viral. You want your post to do well. I made an artwork and I'm really proud of it, but nobody saw it. stupid TikTok, it never shows my art to anybody. Why would TikTok show your art to anybody? And I don't mean that in a I agree with them. Like, I don't agree with them. I'm saying TikTok doesn't make money when you post art, so TikTok has no reason to share it. It doesn't keep people on the app. What keeps people on the app? Emotional reactions to things. Have you ever noticed that there's a lot of artists out there and their views won't be very high, and then they'll make a post complaining about how their views aren't high, and that post will go super viral? You want to know why that post goes viral? It's because they've accidentally made a very relatable post to a large number of people, and they've encapsulated it into a nutshell. And when people see that, it keeps them on the app longer. And then they go, what the heck? I make a post about this and a bunch of people see it. And then I make a post about my art and nobody sees it. That's because they've hit the mark with keeping people on the app. It's just an accidental bullseye and they don't realize it. And so what I'm saying is social media is not a good friend for artists. And I'm not saying artists shouldn't have social media. I'm saying don't gauge your own value by how well you do on social media, because that's not how that's not how the metric is being measured, all right? If you're an artist and you don't do well on TikTok, it has nothing to do with you. It's because it's not how the app works. And so don't judge your worth as an artist based on how well your content performs, because that's never the measure. That was never the measurement in the first place.
It's not about like flexing your art. Like, you have to, if you want to use art with social media, especially with how it is nowadays, it's like you got to keep people on the app. And sometimes if it's just a glance, like, okay, well now they leave the post, and it's like, oh, well, I don't know, but it's definitely not really a platform to flex on.
I mean, it can be.
It can be if done right.
But what happens is people will see a post and they'll kind of just look at the surface level of that post and they'll go, this person blew up because they're doing a trend. And someone asked earlier about trends. I don't think trends are a reliable way of doing well. And the reason is because you're always chasing a wave without understanding the underlying meaning of the wave. All right? You're chasing a wave without understanding what caused the wave, and it's always just this like trying to figure out what's trending, trying to copy everybody else. It's like, imagine if it's kind of like doing this. It's like, imagine there's a really popular artist and all you do is just try to copy drawings that they've done and do something similar. Like, I don't know, Sam does art, makes a really nice drawing, and you just make something that's obviously a knockoff, and then you try to do that. And it's like your entire art career is just trying to make like knockoffs of other successful artists. That's what people are essentially doing when they're chasing trends. Like, they reveal their art in a certain way, or they use a specific thing. And I don't think necessarily chasing trends is always wrong. I don't really think it's wrong. I just think it's like, it doesn't really show an understanding, and so it's never going to be very viable. You're never going to be the person who's leading the charge. That's my opinion on it. So trends, use them lightly. I think it's funny to make memes and post about trending memes, and like, I think that's hilarious, but I would only ever treat it like memes. Like, I would only ever treat it kind of like not serious, lighthearted stuff. So why doesn't your art account grow? Let's continue on, all right? TikTok algorithm keeps up in real time. Platforms used to not be able to do this, but their algorithms have advanced to the point where they can keep up with you in real time. How do you get people to watch your content? Okay, the next thing is, how do you get people to watch your content? And where do I put this? Maybe I'll go.
Maybe after you make a post.
All right. And this is a part that I really enjoy. We'll see how deep we get into this today.
It's like the iceberg.
How to get people to watch. All right.
I want to move that over a bit.
Yes, I'm just finishing writing. How to get people to watch. It comes down to one main principle, and we've already covered it. Keep people on the app. If you keep people on the app, your video will go viral. That is how social media platforms are designed. Now, there obviously is... These algorithms aren't perfect, all right? They're not... You may make a post that could go viral on Tuesday, but won't go viral on Thursday. But generally speaking, good content will do good no matter when you post it, for the most part. And the secret is not when you post it. The secret is the content. So how do you get people to watch, right? How do you go viral? And it sounds like a what is it, like a loop, right? It's like, how do you make good content? Well, you get people to watch. And how do you get people to watch? Well, you make good content. But it's really not. And I'll explain more on like how to go viral, right? So your main goal is to give social media what it wants, which is people stay on the app. People stay on app, all right? Now, we actually have a checklist that we've printed out. Can you grab it for me?
Where is it?
We have a short form content checklist that Christina and I use every single time we make a post. And we don't have to include every single one in every post, but it's something that we want to consider. I hope that this is useful, by the way. I know it's a little bit like classroom style, but this stuff is really important. I'm telling you, if you're actually genuinely wanting to grow your account, I recommend learning this stuff. If you want a quick fix, if you want a hack to get your videos to do better, I don't think the desire is deep enough. I think you have to go all the way to the core. I'm much more about foundation, right? With art, with everything. If you want to do well on social media as an artist, you kind of have to understand this stuff. All right. How to get people to watch. This is our short form checklist. All right. Hook introduction. There's a beginning of the video. People who have no idea who you are, no idea what you do, they're on a bus, they're on a train, they're in a car, they open TikTok and they start scrolling. They don't know you, they don't know your face, they don't have any context as to what you're talking about or what your post is about. So your post, if you want it to do well, has to be understandable contextually very quickly, right? You could say, I'm an artist and, like, oh, this is an artist making this, right? Or you could say, like, an understandable first frame. What's an understandable first frame when you scroll to this stream? Hand with a pencil drawing. Context. That is very fast context. If we did not have our hand here drawing on the iPad, I don't think our streams and stuff would do as well because it's context. People know what this is. Like, look at your screen right now. I've got a pen, we've got words, and I've got a screen, right? And if I draw, a line comes out. Very quick, very fast understanding, right? The beginning has to be understandable. And if anybody wants this, by the way, you can DM me and I'll send you this. I can send this to you. It's just a PDF or a document. I can even just send a screenshot of it or take a picture with my phone. Movement. All right. Human beings have the attention span of a gnat, especially if you're on TikTok. Speaking of gnats. Snaz, welcome. I'm kidding. So anyways, movement, interesting beginning. If your video starts with nothing happening, people scroll. I'm telling you, social media is a slot machine. And I actually want to write that here, right? Social media is a slot.
Don't call me a gnat, he says.
Social media is a slot machine. Literally, it's a slot machine. You scroll, you scroll, you scroll, you skip, you skip, you skip. If you do not get a dopamine reward from a video, if you do not give viewers a dopamine reward, they skip. That's just how it works. I don't agree with this. I think there's great posts that don't give dopamine rewards immediately. It's just how social media works. Remember, we're always referring back to TikTok makes more money, YouTube makes more money, Instagram makes more money, if people stay on the app longer. And you know what does not get people to stay on the app longer? Boring videos. And I think boring videos are great, but they don't get people to stay on the app longer. So it's unfortunately it's kind of just a way that it does. Now you can overpower that with a pattern interrupt. Bad editing, yeah. I mean, editing would be one of the ways. Christina and I are like the worst editors ever. We don't edit well at all, but we can get most of our content to go pretty viral, and the reason is because we understand this stuff and we make sure that we make up for it in other ways. So sometimes a pattern interrupt will completely knock someone out of the doom scroll and it'll make them laugh, and then you see the fact that the video has 2 million likes and it's just the dumbest thing, and so you're like ha 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 ha, and then you send it to your friends. But introduction. Movement. Interesting beginning. I want something moving.
Something that is like, oh, what was that?
Yeah. Concise and clear. Is it to the point? Does it not dilly-dally? And does it get to the point? Right? Is there a story? Can I start you down a path that you understand and is interesting? First 3 seconds, because again, TikTok doesn't have thumbnails. It's all hooks. The first 3 seconds of a TikTok is basically the same as the thumbnail on YouTube. So it has to be understandable from the first frame. I learned this from Jenny Hoyos, by the way. That girl who goes super mega viral. She's super smart.
I'm going to make a TikTok on this because my phone is going to die.
Oh, this is on YouTube. So you can actually rewatch this entire video. If you go to our YouTube channel, Draw Anime Academy. The link's on our profile as well. But yeah, this is a live stream, and so you can rewatch it as many times as you want. It's on our YouTube channel. Interesting first 3 seconds. Audio/sound effects. Just things to consider, right? Color saturation. A lot of the times people will boost the saturation of their colors in the beginning of a video. There's actually a thing. If you triple tap, you can turn your phone black and white if you turn this setting on, and it actually reduces the amount of screen time by a lot. So if you turn your phone black and white, it's not as interesting. So make sure that your videos, one of the tools you can use is to have high saturation in your videos in the very beginning. It's just this little tiny optimization. It won't save a video, but it can help a little bit. Content. Well organized. Logical flow. Notice how almost everything here is geared towards understanding, like people understanding what you're doing, being very clear. That's also the same in art. When you're drawing a composition, it's all about like clarity. It's all about like understanding and get people to understand what you want to do. Epiphanies. If you can give people epiphanies in a video, like, oh my gosh, I never thought about this thing this way, or oh my gosh, you're so right, or wow, I should try that, or oh my gosh, like, you know, like if you can give people epiphanies, that's great. Making sure the pacing's fast. Ending, call to action, give them something to do, subscribe or follow or whatever. And then another thing is, if you can get your video to loop well, people will watch it multiple times, and you can actually have over 100% average view duration. There's a lot of people out there who the average length that someone watches their video is more than 100%, which means the average person watches it more than once. Again, that's something TikTok really likes, because if you can get people to watch your video twice or 3 times or 4 times, then they want to share your video and you'll get out of 300 view jail. And then overall, are the first 3 seconds interesting and clear? Does it have delayed gratification? That would basically be anticipation. Does it reflect our brand? Are we proud of it? Does it have a good topic? And by topic, I mean, is there a large number of people out there who would enjoy this? I don't want to post about something where the amount of people out there who would enjoy this video is so incredibly small. Like if I made a video on how to shade the bottom of the ear of an Asaro head, there's probably not very many people out there who are looking for that video. They're like, why would I want to know about that?
It's like, once again, it's not relating to what people want generally.
Yeah. I want there to be at least 1 million people out there who would be interested in this video. And there's a lot of people on Earth. There's a lot of people who use TikTok, so it's pretty easy to find that. Is it thought provoking? Does it make them think? Is it not too serious? We don't want our content to be overly serious.
This is more of a short list, a checklist for our content.
Yeah, this is our short form content checklist. Like, this is what we go through and think about every time we make content. Is it informative and educational? We're an educational brand. Is it funny? Does it have a twist or humor if you can make something silly? Does it have a story and progression? Does the production quality feel good? What is the takeaway for viewers? Like, in a capsule, what do people take away from it? And does it have a logical flow that makes sense? And then we have a whole nother PDF that has a whole bunch of pages with a bunch of different psychology stuff that we look at. So again, growing an art account, it's not about like what
trend to do.
Hashtag do I use?
Yeah.
What trend should I follow a trend? It's like, I mean, you could follow a trend and you could get a viral video out of it. But there's another thing, which is understanding your analytics. All right, I'm going to make a new little thing and just write like, all right, we got likes. We got bookmarks. We've got share. We've got comments. All right.
Would rewatchability count or no?
Probably not. I mean, there's AVD, average view duration. So, what do likes tell us? Pretty straightforward, actually. This one, people like it. So let's just go people. This is important, by the way.
Thinking of starting an Instagram for my art. What are your thoughts on having different social medias? Should we be posting different things in each ones or just have a big main account platform?
Oh, totally up to you. If you're good at making content, you can grow multiple social medias. A lot of people just post the same platform on all.
Same post on all platforms?
Yeah, the same content, the same posts on all platforms. But you'll usually have to edit it for different platforms. Like sometimes, like YouTube Shorts versus Instagram versus TikTok. There's different ways that they work. There's different. Gary Vee actually talks about that in his book as well. So likes equals people like it. Bookmarks equals it's useful.
Or I want to watch it again.
Yep,
Like
useful. They're saving it for later.
I think
All right.
Almost like a survival mentality.
Share.
With this stuff too.
Brownie points. Social brownie points. Usually it's funny, but it could be useful to someone.
I got a video that I posted in 2023 that still gets likes and views for some reason. It has 200,000 views. It's confusing.
It's just how the app works. It's probably pretty searchable. Like, is it a video that's searchable that people find by searching? What's the topic of the video? I've found that a lot of the time when videos get views for years, because we have a couple that do that. We've had videos that we posted way back in the beginning that very, 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 very far into the future, they started getting hundreds of thousands of views. I found that a lot of the time it's just searchable. Like, people are finding it through the grapevine. They're searching it. It's like an overall relatively useful video, or people find it interesting. But we have a couple videos where that happens. Emotional. So if you're getting comments, it's usually some sort of emotional.
It's about a worm and some wood slices I bought at Walmart. They
That's
probably
funny.
want to know more about the worm.
There's
I don't know.
There's content. I learned this from Jack Frags. He's a YouTuber. He basically says there's evergreen content and then there's like time-related content. So I can guarantee you in a year from now that 6'7" how to draw a face meme is not going to be very popular. Why? Because the meme's going to be dead. People aren't going to care that much anymore. Does it get a heck ton of views right now? Absolutely. Is it going to get a bunch of views in the future? Probably not. Like most memes, they die and new ones come in. It's useful. You want to make evergreen content, and you want to make content that's like a new game release that's coming up. Like, if you make a video on a new game release or an art brand or supply that just got released, that's like opportunist content. And so you can get a whole bunch of views, but as soon as the product is released, it kind of dies off. Totally fine. there's also evergreen content, which is just good forever. How to tie your shoes. That would be a video that would get views for a long time. Something that people are never going to stop learning about or never going to stop liking. That's generally pretty evergreen. So there's a possibility that wood slice video, there's a thing called what's in Jonah Berger's book. He talks a lot about it. It's they're called triggers, and it is possible that it gets views because something is triggering people to find it regularly over a long period of time. Maybe people search Walmart and it just comes up for Walmart, or maybe people search a specific thing and it just comes up for that specific thing. Like, it causes people to think about it, or it causes people to find it continually for a long time, because those people are coming from somewhere. It's not like they're not fake people, they're not invisible people, you know. So comments, usually emotional / relatable, right? Usually people are emotional / relate. We have a video on TikTok, and I'll show you like the differences between videos. So for example, here's a video with 1.9 million views. And if this stinking stuff would go away, here's a video on how to draw hands. Has 1.9 million views. There it is, right there. 10,500 shares, 94,000 bookmarks, 1,232 comments, and 180,000 likes. All right, let's go to a different video. So this is 1.9 million views, 1,232 comments. Here's a video with 1.8 million views. But for some reason, this one has 3,000 comments, 2,959. Why does... Where is it? Oh, it's that one. Why does this video with more views have less than half the comments of this one? Why? Right? This video on how to draw hands, 1,200 comments. Less views, or more views than this one with 3,000 comments. It's because there's a lot of people who had a very emotional reaction to this side views video. I can tell you that right now. You should look at the comments. It's a war zone. A lot of the time, it's a war zone. And there's also opportunist stuff. Like, we were posting content around the time that TikTok allowed you to start posting photos in the comments. And let me tell you, art posts get a lot more comments now. Why? Because everybody wants to share their art. There was someone on one of our posts who literally just said, "Didn't watch the video, here's something I drew, what do you guys think?" And they got like roasted and they deleted their comment because they're just like, "Get out of here, trying to use other people's posts to promote your art," or yada yada. People just use it a lot. Like, you got to understand these things about the platform. You can't post photo comments on Instagram. You can post photo comments on TikTok. So you'll see people taking advantage of this by going, "Show me your art, show me what you're working on," right? Have you seen those posts on TikTok? Anybody here? A lot of artists going, "Show me what you're working on." It's an opportunist, yeah. That's what it is. Like, you see trends and you intelligently take the opportunity that you see. And I don't have any problem with people who do that. I think it's great. I think it's TikTok adding photos to comments is amazing, right? But you have to understand these platforms and you have to understand how they work, right? Back to this stuff.
It's like, imagine you can just say, like, on a post, "Oh, show me your biggest art flex."
Yeah.
And then people would...
You allow other people to flex, and that's great. Why do those posts go viral? Because of the underlying psychology, which is people want to talk about themselves. People want things that help themselves, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's not a bad thing. It's just how human beings work. We want to talk about ourselves. We are interested in things that are about us. That's just basic human psychology. We want things that make us feel good. We want to make an angry comment on a video because we want to show that we don't agree with something that's good or that's bad.
Or like, my voice matters, kind of that vibe, you know.
And so these are like the underlying principles behind a lot of this stuff, is the psychology behind it. Look up Charlie Munger's 25 cognitive biases, all right? Charlie, and then I'll have like a little resource section here as well for you to look at. And we'll just go resources.
I follow artists that always starts off her videos with "Draw with me."
Resources. Yeah, that's popular.
Yeah.
Draw with me videos are very popular. I had a
also
girl that
Get
was my
Ready With
classmate.
Me.
Yeah, I had a girl with my classmate for a really long time that was that did a lot of draw with me cozy stuff. So resources, right? You've got. I'm gonna make this a little bit smaller. Charlie Munger.
That's why those Get Ready With Me videos are also very popular. It's because it's like, it invites them to continue watching. And
Yep.
also a lot of people like are curious about certain people's routines.
And it's a story.
It's a
people
story.
people are naturally very curious. Actually, funny enough, that's one of his 25 cognitive biases, curiosity tendency. People are curious.
Mhm.
All right. That's a really, really good one. I studied these a lot. I made flashcards of them. I literally made flashcards of these and studied them for days. Like I was back in school. Not days, like weeks I studied them.
Wow.
And I need to honestly go through them all again and do another round of studying. We got Jonah Berger, BER. Jonah Berger's Contagious. That is this book right here. This guy is a, if I remember correctly, Stanford researcher, and he did a really long study with some of his colleagues on why things go viral. This is a phenomenal book. He literally breaks down things. A marketing professor, oh no, at Wharton, that's it, not Stanford. Marketing professor at Wharton, and he did this study with his buddies about why things go viral, and he broke things down, and it is so good. It's such a good book. Just really encapsulates a lot of really important principles. So if you're serious about growing your account, I would really recommend stuff like this. Read it, study it, go through it. It'll plant these little seeds of like understanding. All right, we've got Will Storr. How do you spell his name?
Oh, that's a fun name.
The Science of Storytelling. There we go. Will Storr's The Science of Storytelling. This is a really good book. This is one of the covers. There's another popular cover out there that doesn't look like this, but it's the same book. If you want to be a writer, this is a really good book as well. It talks a lot about like neuroscience and the psychology behind why people make decisions.
I should read that.
It's crazy. This book will blow your mind about like how people perceive information. It's crazy. They talk a lot about brain scans and different parts of the brain that are activated when people are like having different reactions to things, like how when someone disagrees with you or attacks your belief, the same parts of the brains activate as if you were being physically attacked. And it talks a lot about how if you want to write, by the way, write believable characters, this stuff is really, really useful for how to write believable characters and how to make them seem like what they would actually do, like write what they would actually do. What's up?
I want to read that book now.
It's
you're
good.
selling me on it.
It's very good. You can find it like for free online. Like a lot of these you can find for free online. And of course the classic, the ultimate classic, Robert Cialdini's Influence. This is a must read. This is a must read. I just have a big section highlight and it just says Amway.
Oh my.
Yeah, it's a fantastic read. This is by Robert Cialdini, and I'll just write out his name.
I need more books to just read when we don't have screen time. I feel like maybe one of those books I'll grab and read them.
And so, like, just as a recap, what we've gone through already is why your art account or account in general doesn't grow. It's because social media platforms are changing. There's a TikTokification of social media, which is a movement from follower base to interest base, which means people who scroll are being shown content that they have expressed interest in rather than who they follow. Because social media platforms have realized that they make more money if they can get people on their platform longer. And they get people on their platform longer by simply showing you good videos that perform well instead of videos people who you follow make. And that's why, basically, most of the posts you see are not from people you follow, but they're from just videos that you are interested in. That's why doom scrolling exists. Mm-hmm. How do you get out of 300 view jail? 300 view jail is basically the result of a test. TikTok takes your video, they send it to 300 people, they take a look at the likes, average view duration, shares, comments, bookmarks, and they go, nah, this video isn't really resonating with people, so we're gonna kill it. All right, that's why 300 view jail exists. It's not a shadow ban. It's not being blacklisted. It's like everybody's convinced that they're being shadow banned. It's not how it works. It's a test. That's how TikTok tests videos. That's why videos will just do well, and die, because they're just like that. And that's how every video does. Even 20 million view video. Why didn't it do 30 million or 40 million views? It's because they basically reach the peak saturation of who they can show it to.
Would you say it's like a game of like that one hammer game where you like...
Yeah, it's kind of like a hammer game.
Yeah.
Like, you hit the thing and the thing goes up and it hits the bell, or it's like, oh, 30, oh, 50, oh, 300. And 300 is just what TikTok tends to do in terms of views. And by the way, all of this stuff, a lot of people do really well on social media without understanding all of this. They're kind of intuitive with it. They do social media a lot. They get good at understanding what people respond to and react to. Like, you don't have to learn all this stuff. I do, because I'm not intuitive with social media. I won't go viral or make good content or anything if I don't understand this stuff and make sure I have a checklist. I'm much more of a unintuitive person on social media, and so I need to study and read. It's like art, right? You get some people who just draw a lot and they sort of get it and they kind of intuitively understand fundamentals, and then you have people who don't, and that's totally fine. You have to study, you have to practice, you have to do exercises. That's most people, by the way. And then a lot of the time if you find people who do really well, they're actually just kind of unknowingly doing an exercise that gets them really good. How do you get people to watch? Interesting hook.
Hooks are very... Hook and keeping them...
Hook. There's kind of a common... hook, retain, reward. That's kind of a pretty common thing that people say. But at the end of the day, like, this is where we showed our checklist. This is where we showed our checklist here, this stuff. And so if you're on YouTube, you can screenshot any of this. I developed this myself. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. Pattern interrupt. It's getting so hard to go viral on social media because there's so much good content that you basically have to break people out of their doom scroll by interrupting the pattern. They see something that they haven't seen before. It's like when you show something to a cat that it's never seen before, it'll be like, what the heck is that? And this is getting less and less all the time. People have seen a lot of stuff. The heck? Oh. No, it's probably our stream or whatever. Anticipation.
Well, a lot of people are in a routine, right? They kind of...
That was a pattern interrupt.
Yeah.
I didn't expect our content updates to say Anime Academy posted a new video.
Yeah. Basically, people are in a routine and they kind of go into like this like beta brainwaves, like vibe as if they're like dreaming or asleep. And so when you do something that like jolts them out of that trance, like you've done something, you've hooked them.
And then you have to retain them.
Yeah.
What the heck is now going on?
I don't know.
Is that just now?
I guess it was just now 6:43.
Oh, it's probably just updated, refreshed. Okay, so one thing that I really wanted to talk about is modern social media is one of the most toxic, terrible things ever created for artists. I mean this, and it's funny because I don't think social media has not been designed for artists, right? It has been designed to make the social media platforms money. So what you have is you have artists that are posting on social media. Social media has changed, and you get artists who get really discouraged because their content is not performing, and it's not them, it's not their art. It is simply they're trying to use a platform that was never designed for them to feel good about their art.
Fitting a square peg in a round.
It's literally trying to use a square peg to fill a round hole. You are trying to fill the gap by something that has not been designed to fill that gap. And you get artists on both sides of the spectrum, right? You get artists who are really good and they never perform well and they get discouraged, and you have artists that blow up and do really well and they get a massive ego. It's just social media is so incredibly dangerous and toxic for artists. And it's funny because I think artists should have social medias, but I think artists should take a class in how the social platforms work, because when your video flops, it is not personal. It's just not how the app was designed. The app is not designed to post to share your art. It is designed to make the app more money. If your post doesn't go viral, it does not mean you're a bad artist. If your post does not go viral, it does not mean that it was bad. It was a bad art. Right? It doesn't mean that. It means that it didn't make the app more money. That's just how it works. The app, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, the only thing they care about is making more money. If you are not helping them do that, your post won't go viral. How do they make more money? People watch videos. People stay on the app. Advertisers show them ads.
I think another thing is, I feel like when people make content, they get very attached to it, which is totally common, by the way. But like they can see the hidden gem that it is. But the thing is, people forget that other people have a completely different mindset. So you can also kind of take your, remove yourself from the personal connection to your post. Yeah, detach, exactly. Detach from your post and be like, would a normal person, an average person that's just going about their day, watch this and continue watching it?
Mm-hmm.
That can also be a bit of a test that you can try.
Yeah, I think detachment is necessary. Why?
Necessary.
Because the app has never been attached to you.
Yeah.
TikTok does not care about artists. Its goal is not to help artists. Its goal is to make money. If an artist can do well and make TikTok money at the same time, it'll make the post go viral. Otherwise, it won't go viral. And I don't agree with this, by the way. It's just the way it works. I'm just the messenger, right? This is just how social media platforms work. Everybody's always talking about these scumbag CEOs and everything, but then all of a sudden when it comes to like actually being on the platform, it's like they totally forget that and they're just like, oh no, my art's not going viral.
I think there's actually one YouTube Shorts channel that I watch, and I'm like, oh, that's interesting, and I watch their content multiple times. It's a story about, they make artwork based off of people's ashes, and it's like a memorial art. And so they basically write a story talking about like, oh, this is what my client did, this is what they were experiencing, and throughout the video, she's just showing how it's being made, and it's absolutely beautiful. And I'm like, well, that's a visual story in and of itself, and it's also a very emotional story. It's obviously something that's very unique as well. Like, you don't
I've
really
never heard of that. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that in my life, but it does sound like it's good storytelling, right? The human brain is a story processor. It's not a logic processor. Your brain is designed to interpret and create stories out of things. It's not, brains are not very good at logical reasoning. Like, they think they are, but they're not. And every single thing we believe is, every single thing that comes in that we make an opinion on is completely colored by our beliefs, pre-existing beliefs. It's absolutely wild. I really, 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 really recommend that you read this book here, The Science of Storytelling. This talks a lot about that. How, like, you literally cannot even trust your senses. You cannot trust your senses. And there's been so many scientific studies and experiments that show that people's senses are wrong. When they recall stories, they'll be told a bunch of random facts, and they'll be called back to basically recite those facts. And people will completely distort and change the facts in order to go along with what they believe or how they think things should have went. And, like, they don't even realize they're doing it. It's not because they're malicious or they're lying. It's because your brain literally changes things to conform to what you believe and what you are either afraid is true, what you want to be true. You'll misremember things. Like, have you ever been at, like, a dinner with your family and someone will tell a story and you'll be like, that did not happen that way at all? And it's not that they're lying. It's that they literally remember things differently.
That's crazy. That's
yeah.
Scary.
And you tap into that understanding in order to get your content to do well. It's like you have to understand kind of like the underlying principles of how people work, and you inject that into your content, and you have to understand who your content is for. Unless it's cat videos, it's for everybody, basically. It's like an exception, you know.
I found a really good artist here, but most of the time their most viral vids are them ranting, so I guess that viewers attracted to not just relatable but also negativity sometimes.
Negativity, Gary Vee has a really famous video. It's one of his most viral videos. He says negativity is dramatically louder than positivity. Right? Positivity has its own internal strength. Negativity, it's so easy for negativity to go viral. But I recommend watching his video. It's really good. But I agree. Like, why do you think, you know, so many news stories are about bad things? It's because bad things activate the parts of your brain that warn you to make sure you stay safe. Like, you don't need to, your brain doesn't need to send warning signals about something that's good. It only sends warning signals about something that's potentially bad. And so it activates a part of your brain that makes you pay attention. It snaps you to pay attention. Good things don't snap your attention. Bad things do, because it's a survival mechanism. It's part of your reptilian brain, which is, you know, like the brainstem and I forget what other part, cerebellum or something. I'm not a neuroscientist. But that is one of the reasons. Negative content does astoundingly well. Fear-based content does astoundingly well. Scandals, the talk of the town, who's in a relationship with who, all that kind of stuff. Your brain just gobbles it up.
One company did what?
Yeah, a company did this person did this, and it wasn't right. Your brain just gobbles it up. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, it is what it is. But you know, maybe you came on here today and we were like, why your art account doesn't grow. And if you're still here and paying attention, this might not have been what you expected. You might have expected us to talk about what hashtags to use. You might have expected us to talk about what trends to pursue. This is why your account doesn't grow. It's a fundamental lack of understanding of how platforms work. It's a misunderstanding of what these things mean and how to use them. It's a fundamental misunderstanding of how social media platforms work, how they make money, why 300 view jail is a thing, and then how to actually get people to watch your content has to do with. I could have a whole stream on just that.
It'd be a webinar.
Yeah, like I could have a whole separate stream on just how to get people to watch content, and we would go into Charlie Munger's 25 biases and using triggers and using brownie points and doing research on YouTube and Reddit and comment sections in order to see what kind of words and language people use. It's a science. It's a science. I'm telling you, you have no clue how many billions of dollars have been invested into psychology in order to understand how to get people to watch videos and buy stuff. It is massive. Do you cover this in a video in the school? No, this is like social media stuff. Our school is just a foundation school. Well, we're covering it right now. You can watch the whole thing on our YouTube channel. I would love to teach this in the future.
You know, I feel like that could be a class.
Yeah, we could have a
Because I know that
lecture
a lot
on
of
it.
people would love, you know, to get their art out there and understand it. Like, I feel like once people understand the idea of social media and how it works, it no longer will feel as suffocating or as demoralizing as it used to feel. Like, I think you can start understanding what it is and kind of getting out of the matrix, I guess.
Maybe.
I
I'll
so.
think about it.
Yeah.
I don't know where I would put it in the school. Maybe it would be like a bonus or something. You know,
Oh,
maybe we
bonus.
could like stick it in the bonus section and just record some lessons on this and give some resources. But as of right now, I haven't even really I feel like I haven't even really finished formulating my thoughts on it. But there's no doubt that you and I are really good at growing. We hadn't spent any time growing our Instagram. We posted one video and got like over 1,500 plus followers from that one video over the last week. And like we could do it again and again and again and again.
Yeah. I feel like the very specific things do well regardless of skill, like fan art or animatics.
I don't think fan art does that well generally. It can. It's basically piggybacking off of an existing fandom at its core.
And their emotions based on that character.
Making fan art is very dangerous because you are piggybacking off of someone else's idea, and you could fall into the trap of people don't actually care about your art. They just want to see fan art of something they care about. It's one of the reasons that Christina and I don't do any fan art is because we don't want to piggyback off of someone else's IP. I don't think there's anything wrong with doing fan art. You just have to be careful because if you want people to really care about like
Your artwork.
your artwork and your story, it's very difficult to grow an audience who likes something like that. And animatics are extremely good storytelling devices. I think animation is one of the best storytelling devices ever
I think
created.
regardless of if it's fan art or not, I think the combination of fan art and animatics may have been a good combination.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing as streamers who are stream snipers blowing up. It's like they're only known as XQC's stream sniper or something like that. It's like, it's not that you can't escape it, and it's just if you want to escape it, you're going to have to go back to Foundation. What is 300 view jail? 300 view jail is when TikTok tests your video and it shows it to people, and it looks at the analytics, like the likes, the average view duration, the shares, the comments, the bookmarks, and it determines that it doesn't resonate with people enough to continue the test. 300 view jail is basically a number of views that people get stuck behind. And people think it's because they're shadow banned, but it's really just because their content didn't resonate with people enough, and they just stop the test. There's a bunch of jails. There's like 700 view jail, 800 view jail, 1200 view, 5000 view jail. Like a lot of creators have difficulty passing these like thresholds.
I looked you up and I didn't see you there.
Huh?
For what?
I don't even know where that comment is.
Oh, it's on YouTube.
And it makes sense. Well, now you know everything. Get out there. Hee hee. Crazy. I looked you up and didn't see you there. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Reminds me of the guy who drew fan art of Teen Titans, and that's the only thing he's known for. And that could be a good thing. Like, maybe you want to be that. Maybe you're so into something that you're just like, I want to make fan art of it. You know, there's people out there who, like, they are so incredibly obsessed with League of Legends that they only ever make League of Legends fan art, and then they end up getting hired at Riot.
They're loyal.
And they're already known for League of Legends stuff. I have people that I know that have done that. Like, they'll make fake League of Legends art until they're good enough to actually get hired on League of Legends.
Wow.
On Instagram, I didn't find your account. It's just Draw Anime Academy. This is our Instagram. Right there. Sorry, we haven't posted almost anything at all. These are like super old.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is our only recent video.
And it actually is going
Yeah,
viral.
it did well. 181,000.
Where do you see that?
We've had people steal our TikToks and post them on their accounts on Instagram, and they go super viral. And so we're just like, dang, we should probably post our videos on our own Instagram. We're just lazy.
Yeah. It's a lot of effort, but I feel like we can manage if we have a better system for it and stuff.
Follower-based versus interest-based. Did anybody have any questions or anything? Analytics. Oh, yeah. And a follow. I need to explain what a follow is. A follow is someone telling you they expect more content in the future, like in a good way. Like, I think this person is going to continue to provide cool stuff. That is how you grow. You want to know how to grow followers fast? It is not getting viral videos. You do not grow. Haven't you seen videos that have like millions of likes and the person hasn't gone up at all in followers? It's because following is when you tell someone, or when you basically go, I want to see more of this person's content. You don't get followers just because you have a viral post. And followers, by the way, mean nothing. They're more of a metric just to show how well you're convincing people you're going to keep making good content. Because remember, platforms don't show your followers your stuff anymore. They test each video. Every single video that you post works almost independently of every previous video. That's just how platforms work now, especially TikTok. YouTube, not so much. You get notifications of people that you people see your video, people who subscribe to you. YouTube is still like, a lot of it is subscriber based. But going viral on YouTube, I had a video when we made our account on YouTube. I was an account with no followers, no subscribers. I mean, I made a video on perspective and it got over 200,000 views, and we went up like 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. So YouTube has a good algorithm for promoting content that's high quality as well. Every platform does. That's how they're all moving. Every single platform knows that they make more money when they do a better job at sharing and spreading videos that resonate with people. They don't show your followers your stuff as often as new people. It's more often, but it's not a lot. Like, especially TikTok, a lot of the time. Again, like the example I showed earlier was Gary Vee. This is basically what happens.
What's your favorite platform to use? What is your favorite platform?
No, I don't want to message Gary Vee, bro. I want to stinking find him on the app. Oh, I have to go to home. TikTok search is trash, by the way.
We're more used to TikTok because we post the majority of our stuff on there. But I think Instagram is probably more robust.
15 million followers. 3,000 views. 5,000 views. 9,000 views. What percentage of 15 million is 3,600? TikTok just does not show your content to your followers very much. It just doesn't really work like that. It's like almost an entirely interest-based platform. I'm telling you, it's massive. It's like, and another thing is if it shares it to your followers, how do you find new people? You know, it's entirely interest based now, which is crazy. Like, I'm not saying followers don't matter at all. They just don't matter very much. None of the big social media people are even remotely interested in followers anymore. What's your favorite platform to use? TikTok, mostly for nostalgia reasons. It was the first platform that we blew up on. It was the platform that we learned how to make viral content on. We spent an entire year having content that did almost nothing but flop and get no views. And then like the rain turned on, the water turned on, and all of a sudden we had a post that did like a couple 100,000 views, and it was like, oh my gosh. And then one of our videos after that did like 1.9 million views in like a month, and it was like, holy moly. That video, that first really viral video, brought us 10x our followers. Literally, we had 3,000 followers, and it brought us to 30,000. I can show
I
you.
thought that was the clothing one.
That was the clothing.
Oh yeah,
one.
that was the clothing.
That
one.
was the first really viral video.
I think like that was the post that gave us the most amount of followers. The other
Yeah,
ones,
it was
like, yeah.
so. It was like the rain being turned on. Like when you're struggling with
Flood.
something. Yeah, this is the video. I don't know if anybody here has seen this video. This one. Number 1, physics.
Everybody hates physics, so
Everybody hates physics.
it was a trigger.
And then if I go to my insights on this, there it is. New followers, 30,935. Right there.
Holy schmack.
Yeah. This viral video that we posted a couple years ago was one of the first videos we had that went
very
viral.
First one that started going more
Yeah.
viral.
This was this was the first viral video we ever had on TikTok.
I
It
didn't
was-
know that we started that way.
Did we? I didn't know that either.
No, I don't think it's that.
No, it's not.
It's not that.
Oh, no, it's not that. It's this one.
Yeah. Easy drawing hack.
Yeah.
Side view. Add a sliver. Ah.
Oh, all of a sudden you
That
have
was
a
our
little bit
first
of a
video.
turned head. That was an old video, bro.
That was an old video.
Years ago. First video we made. Anyways.
And we were like, what? It's crazy. Were we at Korean barbecue when that happened?
Oh, I have no idea. Maybe. And the reason that we're coming on here and talking about this stuff is because we spent so long and so much struggle and so much depression
We were ready to quit.
learning this stuff. I feel like I have a cat hair in my lungs. And this was the difference. This was the thing that made the difference. These books, that's not a book. This is just like a list. Charlie Munger's 25 Cognitive Biases. Where did my pen go? Oh, here it is. 25 Cognitive Biases. Jonah Berger's book Contagious, Will Storr, The Science of Storytelling, Robert Cialdini, Influence. Those books are really, really good. I never write Seth
Seth Godin. You know, I just thought of an interesting opening. Let's say if you are making a product that helps you to find your Apple Pencil because you keep losing it. I can imagine like a video saying, if you keep losing your Apple Pencil when you draw, like here, use this thing.
I feel like there'd be like a little thing that chirps. It'd be
Yeah.
like, but then you lose the stupid thing that makes it chirp. Like that's the problem, right?
Yeah. Unless it's a bracelet.
Unless it's an app that you press a button and then it makes it chirp.
Oh my gosh. Sick.
Seth Godin, All Marketers Are Liars. That's a good book too.
Oh, another thing about making good posts or generally like relatable posts is directing, like saying things as if you're talking to your viewer.
Yes.
That is a big game changer because
Yeah.
a lot of people focus on their content based on themselves. Like, oh, here, look at my stuff, look at me. Like, here's my art, buy my art. But thing is, people want to look at content that's addressed to them. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Like there's a bunch of tips. There's a bunch of tips that are out there, but I really hesitate to give the tips because not all tips work in all cases. It really contextual based on what kind of content you're making. Like I could make the tip, talk to one person. This is generally a pretty good tip. This is like talking to your viewer as if they're an individual person rather than hey everybody or hey audience or hey fans. But it's not always that way. It's like it's very difficult to give specific tips on going viral because every audience is different. It's much more about the research of who you're targeting content to, the keeping the pace of your video up, making it interesting. But then the thing is, I could say make fast-paced content and have a really good hook and talk very quickly. But What about cozy content? What about draw with me content? It's slow, it's cozy, it's comfortable. So if I were to give that kind of advice to someone who wants to make cozy, comforting content, it wouldn't work for them. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, I could give you hacks on how to get a viral video, but I don't want to direct your content, because your content is going to have its own flavor. It's going to have its own type of vibe. And if you use the hacks, not hacks, but if you used the fundamentals of what we used to do well, it wouldn't do well, or it might not be your content. It might just be our content, right? Like, and that's why this sort of stuff is so important, because this is the underlying thing that's true for everybody. This is what's true for everybody. Platforms' goals are to make more money. They make more money when people watch your videos longer. When people watch your videos longer, the platforms send your video out more. That's why 300 view jail exists. It's because they have determined this video is not going to make us more money.
Right.
Cut it. Send everybody a different video instead. That's why 300 view jail exists, is because they have determined your video is not going to make them money. That's why it exists. They use metrics to determine that. They have super mega advanced algorithms. They spent like billions of dollars on this stuff. And so, like, I showed our short form content checklist. What we think about pattern interrupt is pretty good. Anticipation is pretty good. Not everybody has it. Understandable first frame is really, really, really good. That one's almost universal. Almost. Can people understand what your video is? And this is another thing. This is one thing that I heard is every single video you make, assume your viewer is in a rush. They don't know who you are. They've never seen you before. They're on a bus being distracted by 3 other things. Can they still understand your video? Right? If you were on a bus and you had your volume off and you were distracted and you just got a text from your mom and you're looking at the text while this video is on, could you still understand this video? Yeah. For the most part, yeah. 3 reasons you can't draw clothes. Are you struggling with faces? 4 easy ways to fix. And so we make our content based on stuff like that as well, but not everyone, right? We test a lot. We make funny faces. We do silly things. But our recipe
Is not gonna be.
may not be your recipe.
Yeah.
But the cooking utensils that we use, which is like this, is going to be the same cooking utensils.
An overarching theme is story. Story of some sort of progression.
Everybody's brain is a story processor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Story is the biggest. Like, story is the reason that, like, what's it called? Like, Harry Potter can be so popular, or a particular movie can be so popular. Stories are things that can be processed and understood by the widest range of people. The widest range of people. Human brain is a story processor. If there's like one takeaway that you would take today, it would be that human brain is a story processor. Cran Medina. Hello, how are you doing? Can you say ma to make a anime character name, please? I don't know what that means exactly. Does posting frequently matter? It doesn't hurt you. Every post operates independently of every other post. So posting more is going to give you more practice, and it's going to give you more opportunities to do well.
You do once a week, but some say do 3 times a week.
Christina and I grew our account so fast by posting like once every 2 months. If you make good content, the content will do well. We would be at over 1 million followers by now if we posted 3 times a week, but it was all we could do to post once every 2 months.
Well, I feel like a lot of it was combination of scripting. Like, the way how we make videos is very fast-paced, and it's also very, like, in-depth. So doing 3 times a week can be very mentally taxing.
We're tryhards.
We're very tryhards.
We're tryhards with our content. We do not have the experience to be not tryhards and still make good content.
And not only that, but like the effort it takes to film drawing, and also the time it takes to like re-record things. Oh, I messed up. I didn't draw things right. My emotional state, like that also takes into effect of like how often you can do content.
Yeah. We should make way more content than
should.
we do, though.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I do want to make more content as well. Like, even if it's just a little bit, like 10% more, that'd be great. You know. Like, ideally, once a week would be great. Twice a week would be even better.
Yeah, I mean, it's really just a numbers game, right? It's like, does drawing frequently matter? It's like, yeah, you'll definitely get better faster. You'll absolutely improve faster, but it's like, what are you drawing, right? Are you drawing really good, strong exercises that help you improve? Or, and it's the same with content. It's like, are you kind of, there's a concept like fail forward. Like you basically make something that doesn't work and you make an effort to learn why didn't it work, and you make your next one better, or you try to improve something, or you try to test something else. So more content equals more tests. As long as you're not, what would be the word? As long as you're not choosing like quantity over learning, I guess, you know, it's not like quantity over quality, but like quantity over top of, like, if you're making so much that you're not learning anything, yeah, I'd watch your content even if you just gave advice like this in short clips. You know, I was thinking about activating like my personal account and doing stuff like this just for fun. Not that I would want it, not that I would really try to get it to blow up, because it's kind of a lot of work to get
Things to blow up.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know.
I mean,
I was thinking about it.
I would say just try it, for just because you're very passionate, and I feel like the passion will carry through. You know. There isn't that much social media.
No, there's not, and
it's
there's
difficult.
There's a lot of really bad advice out there too. Like everybody's trying to find that thing, that hashtag, that secret. But the problem, like the thing is there's no secret. Like the secret is an entire education and a lot of practice. It's like, what's the secret to getting absolutely shredded at the gym? It's like, well, there is a secret, but you're not gonna like it. It's going to the gym and getting shredded and dieting, like really keeping track of your calories and doing your exercises and maxing out your weights and getting exhausted. It's kind of like that.
I think that is kind of an area where it's missing, like in the art business, social media for artists. Like that's why I feel like your passion about it is necessary. You know?
Yeah.
I feel like if you want to make posts about it, you can.
I find it kind of funny because, hey Dahlia.
Hey Dahlia.
I find it kind of funny because social media is one of the most toxic things I can even imagine for artists, but I still recommend artists have a social media. I just think your underlying understanding has to be this, and I've said it a couple times already. I think there's a bunch of new people here. Like, social media can be so toxic, can absolutely destroy you as an artist if you allow it to consume you and you don't understand how it works.
I was that way with Instagram. I used to be very obsessed with Instagram and posting and stuff and having that like toxic mentality about it, and then I'm like, I should just stop. I'm gonna be too obsessed about it. And
well, people will measure their success or accomplishments as an artist in how many followers and views they have, but it's not a good metric. It's a square peg in a round hole.
I feel unless you draw a character from a popular show or game, then it's a lot harder to get viral.
Popular characters are an easy way to automatically relate to a large number of people.
You know, it's funny because in our previous tutorials, we drew a lot of existing characters.
Yeah, sometimes we would. I don't think there's anything wrong with piggybacking off of that. No. Like, one thing that makes content go viral is its relatability to a large number of people. And so popular characters gives you automatic relatability to a bunch of people, but it's also a double-sided sword. It can limit a creator a lot because they get stuck. It's like they have this one trick and they make fan art, but as soon as they don't make fan art or try to get people interested in their own stuff, nothing performs at all.
Yeah.
And it's like, would it be better to have never gone viral at all? Or I like to think of it kind of more at its base, like why? Like I'll go why? Like why does a popular character do better? It's
Yeah.
relatability.
I feel like another thing is people also like posts where they can voice their opinions.
Yeah.
Like, if you made a post that says, "Oh, my most underrated," let me think, characters that I think are underrated, and then you show a list of characters,
Yeah.
and then that instantly gives like people an opportunity to voice their opinion
Yeah.
in some way.
And that's one way. Like, I mean, your comment on TikTok could have said, I feel like if you ask people to share their art, it's a lot easier to go viral. It's like, it's true. Like, give people an opportunity. Now, how about this? Draw a popular character and talk about characters that are underrated and invite people to share their art of their favorite character and make it really easy to understand within 2 seconds of seeing the video. If you start combining them, that's when you get recipes for really viral videos. There's like things that really trigger people to engage and be interested and have responses and start thinking and wanting to engage. And it's when you start combining them. That's Charlie Munger's 25 cognitive biases. When you start combining them, that's when things start going really viral. It's like you take people's Kantian fairness tendency, right? People want things to be fair. You show something that's not fair, and then you invite people to comment on it, and then you show people someone popular, someone well-known that you like who has also commented on it. Like these 25 cognitive biases, one of the last ones, I don't remember what it's called, but it's basically when you start combining like 3 or 4 of these, I don't remember what they say. Like people basically become helpless against it. Like it's almost impossible for them not to engage. Seriously, look these up. 25 cognitive biases. Where are those? I thought I printed them out. Did I give them to you?
I know. I think you have it for yourself.
Let's look up 25 cognitive biases. 25 biases. 25 cognitive biases. I hate the layout of this website. It's so bad.
No.
Where is something better? I don't care. Okay, so actor, observer, affinity, anchoring. What is this? 25 comment. These aren't them. These aren't Charlie Munger's. I need to go back and look up Charlie Munger. Jealousy and disability. I didn't actually get these. Bias number 1: reward punishment tendency. People are basically motivated by being rewarded, or people are motivated by being punished, or people will avoid doing something if they're punished. Like these are very like primitive human and animal as well responses to things. Number 2 is liking, loving tendency. We ignore the faults and flaws of people or products we like or love. 100% true. If you like someone, you're much, much, much more likely to ignore faults of it. If you're absolutely a massive fan of a certain drawing tablet and something goes wrong with it, you're much more likely to have grace. Like these are very primitive things. Disliking, hating, the opposite is also true. If you don't like something, you ignore positive aspects of it. 100% true. That's how people work. Doubt, avoidance tendency. We hate uncertainty. If we are uncertain about a decision, we try to quickly remove any doubt by making a hasty decision so that we
could be certain again.
Basically, if you are confused, you want to get it resolved quickly.
That's how I feel a lot of the time.
Yeah, even if it's wrong. And that's another thing. People are more interested in getting a problem solved and not being confused anymore than making sure they make the right decision, which is funny. It feels contradictory. Inconsistency, avoidance, tendency. We have a reluctance to change ourselves and our habits. Basically, we don't want to change. This book talks a lot about that. This book talks a lot about that. People will resist changing so incredibly much that because you literally have to destroy who you are and build something up from scratch. It is incredibly difficult and painful, and it literally requires you to rewrite who you are in order to change something about yourself. So if you make a post on social media that tells people they are wrong, people will fight you with everything they have, even if you're right.
Or if they insult something that they like.
If you insult something that people like, you will get a lot of comments. I'm telling you, your comment section the number will go so high if you insult something people like.
Unpopular opinions.
Unpopular opinion.
We've seen so many types of content that says unpopular opinion or one hot take
and then it's just a popular opinion.
Yeah, that's true.
Like these are all secrets, right? Like I can't tell you which one to use in your content because everyone's content is different. Everyone's content is different. Here, let me take all these and we'll just go bias number 7. This is yucky.
It is yucky.
Very yucky.
I actually prefer this one.
Let me just
Screenshot.
Yeah.
How many of you guys here are still awake? Interested?
Okay, here's a screenshot of it. There's the 25 cognitive biases. I'm trying to get them all in there. I don't actually know if what? How do I get rid of this stupid thing? There it is.
Loud, cran, nice. Still awake, but low-key about to fall asleep.
Yeah, this stuff is boring.
I think it's very interesting.
Going viral is a lot of boring stuff. It's like learning perspective.
It's true.
It works, but it is boring as heck. And that's true for a lot of things. Studying. Here, I need to turn this off. Studying is boring, but it works. It's grinding those fundamentals out. And you know us, chat. We're all about fundamentals here.
Kantian fairness. The golden rule, treat others like you would like to be treated. Envy, jealousy, tendency. Envy and jealousy come from the need to get access to scarce resources. This happens when the object of desire is seen in possession of someone else.
Yeah, I don't like these descriptions. They're not very
accurate.
They don't use very small words.
Ah, okay. You know, I feel like a lot of these tendencies can also be really good for self-help. And
for sure.
Personal development, because it's like, why do I feel this way? Why? And you're like, oh wait, it's because of this. Like,
yeah.
oh, I can see why. Like, it's not a bad or a, special response. It's something completely normal.
Yeah. How many of you are guilty of bias number 23, twaddle tendency? You spending too much time on nonsense.
Me?
Literally, that's one of the cognitive biases. People spend a lot of time on nonsense.
I wonder why. Where is it?
Number 23.
Oh, 23.
Reason respecting tendency. Some people just want answers, not the reasons or a better understanding. There's a study where a person jumps in front of a line and succeeds just because they say the word because. Have y'all seen that? They did a study where people will let you cut in line if you simply say because. Literally, just that one word. You'll like cut in front of people and you'll be like, because. And there was a study that was done where way less people got aggravated if you even give a reason, even if the reason is stupid. Absolutely wild.
If several of your a Lollapalooza tendency, if several of your cognitive biases start working together, they will have a much greater effect.
Yes, that's what I was saying earlier, right? Is like if you combine multiple, that's when things start getting really, really powerful. And that's what Christine and I do in our videos. We relate things to food, we make things funny, we draw funny faces, we reference popular characters.
If used in the wrong hands, though.
Yeah, I mean, these are dangerous. It's like a weapon of mass destruction.
Yeah.
If used in our hands, we just draw funny faces.
Yeah, that's true.
But I'm serious. Like, this stuff actually works. And, like, I know a lot of people, a lot of artists just go, yeah, but how can I use any of these in my stuff? I just post my art and I want people to like it. Well, you know, that's the problem. These social media platforms weren't really designed
For that
with
purpose.
artists in mind. Like they're designed, like if you can find a way to post your art and it keeps people on the app, your work will go viral. That's why TikTok makes stuff go viral. That's why Instagram makes stuff go viral. If your artwork is so gorgeous and beautiful that people just spend an hour looking at it, it'll go viral. It's just hard to do that, and it's not a very, you know, it's not a very good long-term strategy. It used to be more how Instagram worked.
Yeah, pretty pictures equals more followers, and
Yeah.
well, I feel like people nowadays, when they think about social media, they think about the more outdated version of social media.
Yeah,
Why
people
it's
don't
not-
realize it's changed. And another thing is that a lot of the time the art that goes the most viral is not the best stuff. Like, and it also, if you're trying to go viral by making pretty art, then a lot of the time people will end up losing themselves. People will end up losing themselves. They'll start chasing likes and they'll lose themselves as an artist, and then they'll get a whole bunch of followers and they'll be like, I'm so miserable. I hate all the stuff that I make, but this is the only way I can get likes. And they get addicted to likes and follows. That happens with so many big artists. Like, I come from the concept industry. I have a lot of friends who are professional artists, and the number of artists who are really big on like Instagram and they just don't even like their art and they feel like they're just kind of stuck having to make stuff that performs well is way bigger than you would think.
Wow.
It's huge. There's so many people who are like, they have a big social media and they feel like they're trapped because they have to do a certain thing. Yeah, like they're obligated to make a certain kind of art that they feel performs. That's the real challenge, is doing what you love and also making it good enough that it spreads.
I understand the concepts, but I'm so uncreative. I don't know how to apply them.
That's how we felt.
That's how we felt.
I
And still
honestly,
feel that way.
it's practice, Lau. It's just like that. It's like a drug addict. Even we need to pay to promote our stuff, then we get attention and engagement. Yeah, and funny enough, that's actually a really good point that you mentioned, because what ends up happening is, you know how businesses advertise these days? This is how all the top marketers are doing marketing. They make organic content. And they make a whole bunch of posts. They make like 10 different posts. And they look at the metrics of each of those. And let's say it's like 1,000 views, 2,000 views, 500 views. And then this one has like 36,000 views. And then this one has like, 4K. They will take this one that performed organically, and then they will put money behind it. And they'll turn it into an advertisement. Social media is interest-based social media is the best tool to experiment for free for a business marketing. That is how all the big marketers are doing it nowadays. They are using social media to test content, and then they basically just put like a call to action at the end. Because it's free. It's literally free to test content. And if you put money behind a post that doesn't perform well organically, people skip it, and it performs really, really, really bad as an advertisement. This book right here talks a lot about that. Day Trading Attention by Gary Vee. This talks all about this, by the way. This is more from a business perspective, but he breaks this down really, really, really deeply in his book. And it talks all about, like, he's literally got all these worksheets for the different social media platforms, ability to add audio to images, ability to tag people on an image. He has like these flow charts and everything. Like, it's really, really in depth. This is a good book. Not even if you run a business, even if you just have a social media, this is a good stinking book. Like,
How
this
about
book is good.
content series that shows process? Or I know that sometimes I enjoy watching content about people leveling up.
Yeah, that's a story.
Progress,
Why
yeah.
do people watch Naruto, right? Why do people watch Dragon Ball Z? Is because it's a story about growth and people can relate to it. Absolutely. Story is the number one thing that people relate to. I'm telling you right now, guys, this is a good book. This is a really good book.
I love the purple and yellow color scheme. I
Mickey.
feel like a lot of books about this kind of stuff have purple and yellow. A lot of people like purple and yellow.
Yeah. And as an artist, and you basically just go, well, I'm not that. I'm not a business who's trying to go viral. It's the same principles. It's like saying, I'm not going to go to school to learn art because I don't want to be a magazine illustrator. It's like, it's the same concepts. The same concepts that marketers are using to go viral. Because you're really just marketing yourself. You're marketing your own artwork, even if you're not trying to sell it. Most artists are, but even if you're not trying to sell it, I see social media as a big game. It's just a fun game. It's cool. It's like a video game. You know, some people sit around and play Rune Factory for hours a day. Me. But other people look at social media and they see a video game.
I wish we could see things like a video game.
It is a video game. It's like a real life video game. And then the reward is like, instead of, you know, rupees or gold in a game, it's dollars in real life. It's kind of like a game.
The game of life.
Yeah. It is. It's crazy. But you'll notice that, like, you got these big giant companies that it actually works a different way, but then they have so much money to put into their marketing budget that they just put their brand everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. Like Coca-Cola, right? And they just put their brand everywhere, and they don't use this strategy nearly as much because they have such a massive marketing budget. They can afford to put their brand on every truck in the entire world.
And I just had a random thought. What if there was a little episode of Miki as a kid, and she's like, I want to like make my own drink, and I'll call it Miki Cola. And then, but it
And
tastes horrible.
Miki's story of how she got sued by Coca-Cola. Organic content tests. I had to give myself grace and ask myself why I'm creating art, which I took a break from Insta, and now I'm back posting what I want with a goal just to share and create. And I think that's a fantastic goal. I think that's a great goal.
I feel like I'm treating that way with my personal Instagram. I haven't posted anything, but like I'm kind of just like, you know, whatever I'm happy with, I'll just post it, and
Yeah.
it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
You know?
Social media doesn't care if we post positive or negative content as long as it's viral. Yeah, that's absolutely
That's
true.
very true.
This is the only thing social platforms care about. The only thing social platforms care about is making money.
And the
That's
good
it.
thing is,
What?
it's neutral. You can kind of you can choose what kind of content you want to make. Like,
Yeah, you could be a villain or a hero, and you still make money.
Yeah. Like,
Some people are villains,
Yeah.
and they make a lot of money off of it.
Oh yeah.
And some people are heroes. I'm telling you, it's a video game. It's Baldur's Gate 3, and you can be a bad guy or a good guy. But yeah, the only thing social media platforms care about is making money. How do they make money? People stay on their app. If people stay on their app and they're mad, they make money. If people stay on their app and they're happy, they make money. They don't care. Viral content gets people to stay on their app. This is literally the number one thing to understand about social media. Their only goal is to keep people on their app. They will do that using any means necessary. Any means. How do I draw a head off topic?
Sphere.
It depends on what kind of head you want to draw.
Understand the basic forms of a head. We have a video on how to draw heads. It's
Yeah.
a simple head in 3 views. Front view, 3/4, and side view. It's on our YouTube channel. Yeah. But it's essentially a sphere, and you attach like a pointed box. It's gonna even be like a pyramid at the bottom.
Yeah. It depends on what kind of...
Depends on
What kind of head?
you wanna draw.
I like the baiting strategy when people make a whole video hating on someone and it's actually them. That's funny.
That is funny.
Controversial content works extremely well in this day and age.
People
And
like that stuff.
you really have to choose your own level of what you're okay doing. What type of head? What do you mean? Like, is it an adult male? Is it a child? Is it an anime, a generic, like, modern anime character? Is it an orc? Like, there's a lot of different types of heads out there. People have widely different proportions. Adult male, okay. I would say if you want to learn how to draw a head, draw a bunch of these from observation. Practice drawing these. Do like 100 Asaro head studies. This is an Asaro head.
Break it down.
ASARO. There's some breakdowns on online that are really good as well. There's one on ArtStation.
So terrified of conflict, my content can never be about controversy. And it doesn't have to be. The thing is, there's
Yeah.
different levels of controversy, right? There could be like soft controversy, meaning like simple opinions that don't really necessarily matter to someone's life. It's just more like a fun thing to debate about. There could just be very intense controversies. Who's here?
Toby, baby.
Like, yeah, I think controversy, there's just different kinds. There's different types. I don't really exactly know what kind of controversies we use. Oh, actually, people just will look for controversy even if we don't have any controversy whatsoever.
Oh yeah, you'll run into controversy no matter what.
Yeah,
no
that's
matter
true.
what you say, there's people on both sides that will argue. It's totally fine. It's nothing personal.
Yeah.
They don't care. It's nothing against you, or rather, even if people do have something against you, nobody cares. It's not. You should see our comment sections. I don't even read our comments on TikTok most of the
Well,
time.
like our side profile video, not the newest one, but the one that got viral, has controversy, but it's not intentional.
Yeah.
Like, we never intended for it to be controversial, but thing is, people made it controversial.
People have controversy going on inside of them already. They simply bring that controversy that they already have into your comment section. You didn't create controversy. You just gave, like, comment sections are where people express it. Was the model head called? It's called an Asaro head, ASARO. A guy named John Asaro made it. It's a pretty well-known head model. We 3D printed this one. It's like a little baby one, but you can find a lot of pictures online, and there's some pretty good breakdowns on online as well. Like 3D models you can rotate around.
Trying to find a kitty.
Yes.
Yes. I like pancakes. So you hate waffles?
Yeah, like you generally don't create controversy. You just reveal it within other
Yeah.
people. And funny enough, you honestly get used to it. Like I remember, like
You can have
we've been making classes and stuff online since 2019, and every time we used to get a bad review, I would be like depressed the whole day.
I'd get depressed too. And I
But
would doubt myself.
now I'm so used to it, like I just don't care anymore. Like I would look at the review and I would be like, is it true? Like, is there something that I could improve about my classes? But I don't look at those anymore. Like, not on our Udemy or anything. But it's the same with like comments and stuff. And a lot of the time, like, you get a pretty thick skin also doing client work too. Like, client work is like, you get people who are picky and annoying and want a refund for drawings that you make. Like, you're definitely going to run into that with commissions and stuff. And it's just, you get used to it, and it becomes something that you're like,
It's kind of just part of
the thing.
The thing.
It's part of the it's
need
part
it.
of the deal.
I need to grow thicker skin. Hi, Toby. Are you back?
What else? Was there anything else to talk about? Tarby?
Tarby?
Come on.
I don't know. Nat? Hi there. You are cute sometimes, even though you are completely useless.
Completely, and he's less than useless actually, because
He gets poop on his feet every day.
Let's
Poopy
show the
feet.
criminal.
here's the culprit.
Help me.
You want me to take down your headphones? Your earphones?
Nah, I'm fine.
Toby.
There we go.
He's like, what is this?
You're such a silly. You're so cute. You're so cute.
You want to go to your bed?
Toby has officially passed Poppy in weight.
Yep.
He is now 10 pounds.
Poppy is a very small cat.
Yeah.
Poppy?
Ooh, that was weird.
What?
Toby did like his body did like.
Ooh. What y'all doing? We're talking about why your art account doesn't grow, and we actually have been live for about 2 hours, and we talked all about this. The biggest takeaways are social media is changing. Social media has actually already changed. Social media doesn't care about followers anymore. It cares about individual pieces of content and how well they perform. That's
yeah.
That's the biggest thing.
Followers used to be the currency.
Followers were the currency. Now it is content. Content is king. Remember that. Write it down. Put it on your wall. If you want to grow on social media, content is king. Every single post you make performs independently of every other post. All right? You can have one video that blows up. It does not mean your next content is going to blow up. It does not mean... It doesn't mean it will or won't. It's completely independent of each other. It is independent of your followers. It is independent of all of that stuff. Are you live on YouTube so I can see the live again? Yes. You can rewatch all of this on YouTube.
I want to make an art account, but I got scared. I also think, what kind of art account do you want to make? I feel like there's also just different purposes to different accounts. Not every account will have, as we mentioned before, like not every trick can work for everyone.
This is strictly for trying to grow accounts. Yes. I think get on any app you want and just start posting stuff with no expectation. It's really important to go in with no expectations, especially if you're just like, I want to post art and make some friends. Jump on with no expectations. That's how most of our community is. They just hop on TikTok and they post art and they have friends and they post their art and have fun. And then every once in a while you get a post that starts going viral and you're like, maybe, and you're like, oh crap, should I delete it? What do I do? People are commenting. I don't know these people. Then you delete your post. Who's done that? Who has a TikTok here and one of your posts started performing really well and you got scared and people left negative comments and you like deleted your post? Has anybody here done that? Me?
Look at this bias. What you don't use, you lose. You lose your skills if you don't use them.
That's the what is that called?
Use it or lose it.
Yeah, you just use it or lose it. It's so true. That's so funny. What about ArtStation? ArtStation is just a portfolio site. Mm-hmm. ArtStation is just a portfolio site. Yeah. What about ArtStation? Yeah, I just use it as a portfolio site. If you're really good, ArtStation's kind of a different beast. If you're really, really, really good, then you'll usually do pretty well because a lot of pros hang out there and want to follow other pros. It's almost like the new Instagram in a way. Yeah. But Instagram's still kind of that app as well. There's a lot of artists on Instagram, and one of the things about Instagram is that artists want to follow other artists. So you actually can grow quite a lot on Instagram just by posting good work because of the sheer amount of artists on there who like following other artists. I did free commissions for a while.
Hey, Toby.
Is he eating cardboard?
Yes, he is.
I did free commissions for a while, and the amount of people who were so rude for free art was crazy. Yeah, people are just rude in any situation. We get people who come through here that are rude a lot of the time.
Toby jail.
Toby jail. Yeah, ArtStation, it's kind of like Instagram. There's a lot of good artists on there, and they like following other good artists. So ArtStation, I don't know their algorithm very well and how things blow up. It seems a little bit random to me because there's just so much. There's so much good artists out there. Like, the number of artists out there who are so incredibly good that don't post anything and you've never heard of them is wild.
It is wild.
Absolutely wild.
It's criminally wild.
Toby jail.
Ugh. So soft.
Why is my spooky?
It's all about who you follow. No idea what that means. What?
The only thing that makes Toby smell good so far is this flea collar.
You're stinky poopy baby.
He's so big, he's Goliath.
He's grown so big, he used to be the size of Colton's palm.
Yep.
Ooh, don't kick me.
Kicking.
Kicking? Yeah,
One can choose not to be on social media.
that's true.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, like, I've definitely also seen a lot of posts that get controversy just because of like people's radical beliefs. Like, for instance, if you have like a cat, if you have a cat video and your main thing is posting cats about your cat, and people will see one thing that supposedly, relates to abuse of some sort, people will like go.
Oh yeah, people invent things in their heads as well. People love being experts on stuff. The well actually trope exists like so big. If you post about anything, you have people who are like experts, quote experts that come in. You see it happen all the time on stream. Like you'll have people who come on and they'll just hang out in our chat giving like contradictory advice, acting like they're the one running the stream. And a lot of the time the mods will be like, oh my gosh, can I mute that person? And I'll be like, yeah. Or they'll be like, I so wanted to mute them. Most of the time they leave on their own, but every once in a while you got to mute someone. There's a lot of experts out there, and I don't mind people who want to help. Like, I love when people want to help. I love when people come in and are like, this is my experience. But I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about the abrasive, annoying people who come in and try to like commandeer a stream and give contradictory information of like what we're talking about, and they're not making a conversation, they're not talking, they're strictly just trying to like overpower the stream. And you know what I mean? Like, I'm right, they're not. Like, the follower count that you have to have for going live on TikTok is so low now. I don't see why these people don't just stream. Like, you can just hit go live and tell people the right way to do things.
Any tips on social media apps to jump on?
To jump on? Any one that you want. They're all fine. Like, everyone has a different flavor. YouTube is long form. TikTok is short form for the most part. TikTok is much, 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 much more casual generally. TikTok is a super casual short form app. You can just get on and yap and talk, and people will relate to it.
I feel like YouTube is definitely a lot harder to post content, like mentally with. It can be very finicky.
For you.
For me,
Some people
yes.
like it way better.
That's true.
Some people hate TikTok and love YouTube.
Yeah.
I would just try different stuff. Whatever you want. Yeah, and I'm not really talking about like different niche social media platforms generally, like ArtStation and different like art apps, and I don't even know. I don't keep track with any of those. I mostly deal in the main ones. Love YouTube, but never find time to film long form content. Yeah, and it takes a long time to edit unless you want to just kind of like do like raw long form content.
Which actually, surprisingly, the one that got you a bunch of views was just long form raw content.
Yeah, my video that went viral on YouTube was just like a 30-minute unedited lesson.
Thank you for the follow, Mary.
Yes, thank you for the follow. Well, I mean, if you want to draw and doodle and stuff, we could change the title of our stream on TikTok and do some lessons if you want, and hang out and do art. We did some really fun art recently. This was a demo that I did yesterday of like an anvil. Was this yesterday? No, day before yesterday.
Day before yesterday, yeah.
Of like an anvil. I don't know, I kind of just wanted to draw something with warm and cool light.
That's cool. I liked it.
Here's some stuff Christina did. Remember this?
Yep.
Sushi.
Sushi girl.
Sushi girl. What is this? Like sashimi? No, nigiri.
Well, I guess
What is
nigiri.
What is salmon? What is something on rice?
Nigiri.
Oh, nigiri.
Yep.
And sashimi is just straight fish, right?
Yes. Straight up raw fish.
Here's some of Christina's stuff from recently.
Mm-hmm. I want an iPad so bad, but I gotta save up money. I think there's just some cheaper alternatives as well. Like, well, it's not exactly the same, but Surface Pro is like both a computer and a drawing tablet, and a tablet of some sort. More food painting, please. That's gonna get me hungry. We're having yakisoba tonight.
Are we? I can paint some food. You want to
Sure.
paint?
You can paint some food.
Sure.
Do you have any suggestions on books or anything on perspective?
I find perspective really hard to learn from books. Like you've got Scott Robertson's How to Draw. That's like a really, really technical. What type of food should I paint? Maybe find like a reference or something.
Okay, I'll find a reference. Let's see.
Food.
Let's do pastries. Let's see. Food.
No, I'm just writing food. I don't care. We could do a pastry.
Yeah.
I don't paint food very often. Really, really heavy materials, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of cool.
Do you want something that has like different textures?
I don't care. Let's do like a croissant or something. I've never drawn one of those.
Croissant.
You got Scott Robertson's How to Draw. But I'm telling you right now, you're gonna buy the book and you're gonna look at it and you're gonna be like,
How about that?
ooh.
Food photographers are something else.
Yeah.
I'm like $450 away from buying a new iPad, so close yet so far. Oh,
very
almost
nice.
there. You're making progress.
Maybe like that.
Yeah. Should I change the title? Actually, I don't know if I have the ability to change it.
Yeah, you do.
I do? Okay.
Yeah, it's just right here, live info.
Oh, okay.
And
Drawing
you can
food.
go painting random stuff. I don't know.
I'll just say painting random stuff. Wow.
You could keep that if you want.
Okay. Okay. Your food? What does your food look like that? Your
Because
word.
I was saying food. I was saying that earlier.
I need to turn on the air
I bet you it's empty.
Poppy, hello.
All right, we could start with something like that. This is juicy. Okay. We'll do a layer underneath. I generally sorry chat, I can't really talk to you while I'm drawing and Christina left.
I think we'll just turn it off for a little bit. There's a bit of water.
It's there.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's wild though. I'll see posts, people complaining about like why all their posts flop on TikTok, and it's so fun looking through the comment sections because everybody's just like making wild guesses and they're so convinced. They're just like, I know it's the hashtag limit, but I can't prove it.
Maybe they being like, what's that guy's name up from Dexter?
Dokes?
Dokes.
Like, I know it's the hashtag limit. It's killed my posts.
Are you drawing with ref? We could do a draw along session.
I am drawing with some reference.
Let me show it.
What are you doing? It's not gonna.
Oh, it's not gonna show?
No.
Okay.
We'd have to put it in pure ref.
Oh, okay.
I'm probably gonna use like multiple references and draw some multiple things though. I don't even know if I really feel like drawing food right now.
Oh, then you don't have to.
Maybe I will for a little bit. It's kind of more red.
What's your usual canvas size? It is. We usually use a 5,000 by 6,000 pixel canvas. My Apple Pencil tips keeps unscrewing itself. It's driving me crazy.
I know what you mean.
I
I like
do.
to screw it on nice and tie it.
Yeah, it's not gonna hurt unless you screw it too tight. Can you pass me my phone, please? Thank you. Wow, very saturated croissant. I love it.
That looks horrible on stream. That's wild.
That is wild. Why is it doing that?
It's because of the white background, bro.
Oh.
I need to, let me just do this. Yeah, that's better.
I think everyone can relate to food as well.
Yeah, a lot of people really relate to food.
Makes me hungry too. Someone sneezed.
Yeah.
Some kitty sneezed.
I really only planned to talk about social media stuff today.
Yeah.
So we'll probably wrap up pretty soon.
We'll be live tomorrow though. Maybe we can do an OC drawing session.
Yeah, maybe.
Bro, that already looks so good. What the heck? Bro, how is that possible?
What? It looks so bad on stream. Like the exposure is totally wrong.
Oh. It still looks like a butter croissant though. That croissant is more colorful than the sunset.
I don't like that.
You don't like that? You wanna
Oh,
just-
so hot in here, bro.
Yeah, it's like sweaty. I was sweating too.
I'm just literally sweated into my chair. My whole back is sweaty. I hate living in Arizona. I literally hate it. I can't wait to move.
I know.
Those are pretty fun.
Those are fun.
Maybe something more like that.
Or
Hmm.
I think our content kind of empty though, except drama.
Huh?
What do you mean by kind of empty? Do you mean like not enough substance? Oh, that looks heckin' good.
I don't really know. I don't actually have any idea. Let's go over here and do like.
I think generally the tops are more brown because it gets more heat distributed. But it looks good. I don't necessarily watch a lot of artists content.
No, I don't watch any art content.
Apple!
He's here.
He's here, Applejack. Applejack's been getting a lot more sweet these days.
He's plotting something.
He's plotting something. He used to not be sweet at all. He used to not rub against our legs, and now he is, and it's sus. Hi. Now he comes up when we tap on the thing. Hi, kitty. Puppy.
He's coming up.
Oh wow. Yep.
There you are.
There he is. Oh, who's a handsome boy. Drawing Gary skills so funny. Yes.
Hey.
No eating that.
And my drink. That's my drink.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, you're cute.
Hi. Hello.
All right.
I'm gonna get cat hair in my hair in my water. Good boy. It's not popular. That's what you mean by empty? It can be very popular. We were just describing throughout the stream why it's not like some people struggle with a lot of people struggle with their art content not being popular, but there's a reason why. And you can rewind, because we talk a lot about that for a few hours. Now all three kitties are here. Wow, that looks so good. What if we bought croissants at Costco and turned them into like little sandwiches? Like a ham
Maybe,
and cheese
sure.
sandwich. I'll put it on the list. Croissants.
Maybe, I don't know.
I'll think about it. How's Poppy? She's doing good. She's probably gonna leave a bunch of presents behind us. Fur presents.
Yep, she is right now, ripping it out.
Yep.
Can you take her out?
Yep.
Yeah, Poppy decides that no matter what life she's living, she is determined to rip out her own fur on her back. We've taken her to the vet. They say nothing's wrong with her. She's totally fine. She has no parasites. She has no fleas. We're continuing to explore. Continuing to explore. She's happy. She plays a lot with the other kitties. She has plenty of food. And we just have to, month after month, continue to explore and experiment and try to figure out why. No parasites, no fleas, no nothing.
What's the best way to improve your art?
Well,
Practice.
practice for sure.
Learning the fundamentals.
Yeah, it's not like, she just has like little bald patches. There's no scabs, there's no nothing. I think she just
I think it's a bad habit.
finds it fun. I don't know. I can't figure out.
It's like biting your nails. Some people like to do it.
I don't know. I can't figure out why we've not been able to discover it.
Yeah, the best way to improve an art is learning the fundamentals. That's
Yeah, for sure.
really the only way.
I mean, but it depends on
What kind?
it depends on what you want to do. Like, what are your goals? Could do something like this.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Apple. What are you doing now? You gonna come over and visit again?
Oh, you're trying to eat it, huh? Are you trying to eat my croissant?
Why does he smell? He smells kind of funny.
Does he? What do you mean? What does funny mean?
I thought I smelled poop.
Poop. Applejack smells like poop? That ain't a thing. Go here, come on your bed.
I'm surprised that there's no croissant recipe in Room Factory. Hey!
Hey! You know he's just trying to rip up the blinds, but he's good now. I kind of like my cube a lot more. It's not really that accurate. The disc is fine.
Kids are wild today, yeah. I feel like someone's causing mischief in the living room.
Yeah.
Probably eating cardboard.
Yeah, what's new?
What is new? What you doing on this one? Oh, it's a half section?
Maybe it's like a piece of
Oh.
bread. I guess nobody can see it. I don't know. Croissants are... Well, that one's better. I like that better. Like, I don't...
Okay. You don't like that shape very much.
Yeah, not really. I think it's wormy.
Comes back again.
Applejack, you... He's in the way. Come on, off. Can you take him? Yeah, I would rather have something that's like...
It's a bit more chub and round. Cute. Are you drawing sweet potato? No, we're drawing croissant. Or Colton's drawing croissant.
They're talking about this.
Oh, that? Okay. It does look like a potato. Oh, cute. Was your cat's name Applejack? Is your cat's name Applejack? Yeah, from the cereal. And yes, we are married. Not Applejack from My Little Pony. His name came from the shelter, which we got him at, and they named all the cats that were together with him based off of cereal. And we just couldn't find a better name for Applejack, so we just kept it. I like how the way you paint Golden. It's very like simple.
That's good.
I don't know why, but you inspired me to want to paint a shrimp. Do it. Toby, don't even think about it. How many kitties do you guys have? 3 total. 3. 2 boys and a girl. Happy cats is fun. It's kind of hard to understand them sometimes. It'll be like, oh yeah, I can understand this cat, and all of a sudden they'll just do something that just completely boggles your mind. You're like, why do you do this? To this day, Toby, our youngest cat, still steps in his poop. And just has not learned how to not do that.
The problem is every single food photography is lit in like a light box or like a very, very soft lighting.
Yeah, it's very like diffused.
Very diffused. So it's good to learn.
Ziri. The first one looks so flaky and buttery, making me hungry for one.
Oh yeah, this one.
That one looks very good.
Here's your song, chat. Your favorite song.
Whoa. I actually really love how you put that orange in there. That nice subsurface scattering is great. Hope you guys are doing well. Yeah, we're doing good.
Yeah, we just got done with a good couple hours of growing social media chat, talking about how to grow social media,
How to make things, how to make your post relatable. What brush does he use? You can get this brush on our website, drawanime.com.
Yeah, you can get it in the Discord server. You can get it on our website. It's completely free. We have it up.
It's a great brush. It's really nice.
Yummy. Okay. Pompey. Leaving presents. He's so weird when a cat's in the nest and he wants to get up there.
He just
like
doesn't know how to-
does like a Mufasa.
Yeah, he does. He just dangles from the cat bed. Poppy will be up on the cat bed that's by the window. Toby will want to come up, but he forgets how to jump. He forgets how to jump
He's like,
properly
kinda
like
like
a cat.
hangs there.
He just hangs. He jumps and hangs, as if that's gonna get him up there. Love the brush I tried before. Awesome.
That's weird.
That is weird. Weird little croissant.
Weird little dude.
I think what's great about this brush is that you can use just so many different effects. It goes dark, you can go light, you can add more texture, and the texture of the brush already has a really nice feel to it. So it's like very effortless. Wow. Toby? Oh no, that was Applejack. So how did you guys think about the today's stream today? Did you find it helpful? I find that I get really when Colton talks about social media and stuff, I really pay attention to it. I find that it's actually really interesting. I hope it's not depressing. What app are you using? This is Procreate. I'm so glad I can use it in Clip Studio. Oh, I'm so glad too. It is. It is. It's so good. The only thing that I wish it could be used in is IBIS, because a lot of our viewers use IBIS Paint. Just one bite, Lau says. One bite and they'll be gone. Just download the brush. Awesome. Ooh.
I'm just seeing how different backgrounds work around it. I find that the value of the croissant is pretty close to the background.
Absolutely wonderful. All the info was helpful. I'll let my friend know because he's struggling to get more people in social media. Thanks a lot. Oh, awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah, Clutch, you can get this brush on our website, drawanime.com. I don't know if you already asked that before, and we showed it earlier.
Yeah, you can get it here. Take a screenshot of this. It's completely free.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Croissants are kind of interesting looking. Very like, I would even say we got probably more like
Shrimp tempura croissant, bro. That sounds really good.
bro.
What would I do to get like authentic tempura?
Pray.
Bye, Lau. She said, thank you for the stream, guys. It was really helpful. Glad
That's great.
you found it helpful. Chat, how many of you guys are hungry just looking at Colton's beautiful croissant? And I wonder how many people actually came in just to see the croissant being painted.
I should draw food more often.
Yeah. Brush is so smooth, I like it. Yes. One of the smoothest brushes. MJ says, me. Real. I'm already getting hungry because of it. What time is it? It's already 8:16? Bro.
I need to do a bunch of food studies. That would be really fun.
Do y'all often use references when drawing, or do you tend to draw from memory?
It depends on what, but it's always a good idea to use some sort of a reference. You use references differently when you have foundational background. It's less about the exact reference and more about understanding things like material or form.
Hey, Jean. On YouTube. I find that a lot of people will, and myself included, I'll like overuse reference, or like I'll like rely entirely on the reference, and then I won't have any room for creativity. I'll sometimes get into that tunnel vision. I think finding a balance with that is important, like knowing when to be like, I can change things up in the reference, and then also, oh well, I need to use this reference for this particular pose or something like that. I think that's important as well. Looks like a grub.
Kind of does. They kind of do.
They kind of do look like grubs, yeah. They're like sleeping grubs. At least they taste good.
Bread grub.
Bread grub? Oh, that's cute. Wait, why does that actually sound so cute? There could be a series on that too. I'm gonna turn into beetle. They turn into beetle bread. Can I ask a question? Yes, of course. Kind of looks like a shrimp or a slug of some kind. It could be a whole new species of shrimp or slug. Oh, lovely crumbs. Wait a second. That's fun. I like how you're intensifying that orange in there.
I think it kind of needs it.
I think so too. But it's like, you won't know it unless you actually put it in there. And then you're like, oh, I actually really needed it all along.
I feel like this tends to be lighter a lot of the time. Maybe something even like...
Apple. Ooh. Okay. I have a Kara account, but I only have 2 followers and 7 likes on a drawing. Do you have any tips on how I could grow my account? Kara? I don't know that platform.
I don't know.
What is it like?
I don't know it. Kara?
Is it like another kind of Instagram?
Yeah, I don't really know. Like, I don't know those other art accounts really, but generally, just keep posting, make friends, comment on other people's stuff. Like, obviously, yeah, I don't really know how that app works. I don't know if it's like an interest-based platform. If you have 2 followers, I would say, you could probably 10x that just by going around and chatting with people and following other people and talking to them and everything. I don't know how much you've posted.
It's an AI-free alternative to Instagram.
No.
I have no clue. If it works similar to Instagram, then we have tips, but I'm really not sure. I only posted 2. You can just try continue to post and see how it does. I guess maybe a question is what are usually the posts that go viral? Like if you want to go and analyze that, is it like interesting stories that go viral? Is it the artwork that goes viral? Because I don't know if Kara is just like an art app,
I don't know anything about it. I don't have one.
Yeah.
So I can't really give too much advice on how to grow on it. If it works anything like other social media platforms, you could try. I would just post more, comment on people's work. Obviously, I don't really know. I don't know what your skill level is. I don't know how engaging the posts are. Try to tell a story with it.
It's mostly artists on there. Oh, I see.
Like we talked a lot earlier about kind of the fundamentals of how social media works, which is like social media platforms generally their goal is to make money, and they make more money when people stay on their app. So that's kind of, if you keep people on the app longer, they will push your content. But again, I don't know how that particular app works. This is how like TikTok and Instagram and YouTube and Facebook and all these big social media platforms work. You can rewind the stream, we talked about it a lot, but it would depend on how the particular app works. An issue with over blending, any advice? Deliberate conscious brush strokes. Like if you have a problem with over blending, I would say, like I haven't used a blending brush at all. I would say like think about the object that you're drawing, be it a cylinder or anything. Let's just go over here, right? So if I want to say draw a cylinder and I want to render this cylinder, I'll be like, you know, where's my core shadow? Shaded, shadowed side. Maybe this one's a turning edge. Where's my cast shadow come off? It comes off of my core shadow. So I won't blend at all. I make like a bunch of really deliberate decisions about what I'm doing.
It's like every stroke kind of matters.
Yeah, I think also there's exercises where you use limited brush strokes. Like you do a portrait or I don't know what you paint specifically or what you draw specifically, but you can do studies where you limit the number of brush strokes that you use. And that'll be very intentional about which edges I blend. Like maybe I'll just go, here's a core shadow. So I'll blend that. Core. So here's that. And a lot of it just comes down to like foundational knowledge. Like I don't blend a lot. I try to use pretty deliberately placed brush strokes. This isn't really a good example.
Holy crap, it looks so good though. I really actually like how you did this tail end
Don't
here.
you even think about coming up here, you sneaky little. You're so cute. Get up here. Come on. There you go.
Good boy.
Hello.
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 Oh, now he's rubbing against the mic.
Hello, kitty.
Excuse me, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
Hi.
Oh, I just.
Bread loaf.
He's a big chunker, though.
He sure is. Well, but luckily he's been maintaining his weight.
And I'll think about like, I actually did put a couple more brushes on here. There's a couple brushes that I really do like a lot. I like this fingernail brush. I've always liked this brush. Let me try it. Well, I say fingernail brush because the brush looks like this. There's the shape of the brush.
I know.
And it's got this texture. What?
He has poopy butt.
Does he?
Yeah.
You want to go clean him?
Yeah, I'm gonna go clean you. You little silly.
I kind of like this brush. It's got like color jitter. I use it a lot for personal work, and I find that it's really good at showing depth in like a landscape. But it's kind of a hard brush to use. But anyways, I want to try this. Kind of mess around a little bit. So Applejack apparently had Dookie Booty. Dookie Bookie. It is a beautiful brush. It does work pretty well. I have no idea where I got it. It's one of my favorites. I've drawn and done entire paintings. Actually both of the paintings that I did on Ender Zion, that game, concept art for it, I did like exclusively with this brush. But I haven't used it in a really long time. I almost exclusively use the brush that we just give away. Meh, I'll use something else. What is this? It just says good. Why? What's so good about this brush? Oh, that's pretty. This is delicious croissant. I love drawing food. Awesome. I would like to eat it. Is there a version of that brush on Clip Studio? The only brush that we have up. How do you do? Dookie bookie?
Yeah, I got it off. It was all dried up, and I ended up just grabbing it with my fingers and then washing my hands
Ew.
after. It was stinky.
Oh, look at this brush.
What?
The only brush that we have available is the one that's pretty much exclusively used on stream, which is this one, and you can get it here. I'm just messing with a couple more because I put a couple more on recently, but I shouldn't have.
Hey, maybe we should just sell this brush pack. I'm kidding.
I have a feeling though, Gene, if it's an app that is exclusively for artists, it's probably more skill based. Like artists are going there to follow other artists. So it may work a lot and similarly to Instagram, which is if you're good, people will follow you.
Yeah.
Because if an artist is going to an app for art, they're generally going to want to follow other artists that they look up to and respect.
Mm-hmm.
So let me grab fingernail, all right?
Fingernail. I absolutely love warm orange hues that's like really rich, and then like kind of like more violet highlights. I think those look extremely juicy and very pretty. Wait, that looks awesome. French stream?
We.
Oui.
I don't know. Is that French?
Yes, that's it. That is French. Good job. Bro, if only drawing actually came to life in terms of food. Like, you could just draw a croissant and it'll just materialize and you can eat it.
Like Chalk Zone.
Yeah. Infinite food glitch. Croissant. Yep. Oh. Notice how he's actually applying those highlights. He's literally just carving the colors out.
I'm just trying to find a good way to
That's
apply
it.
the highlights. That looks a little bit too squarish for me.
Well, like, it's interesting because I think a lot of people think that highlights, at least I do, I'll be like, oh, you just paint the highlights on, but you can actually just paint it, like paint one blob and then just carve it out to create more interesting highlights. That
It's
was something
very
I wish I
common.
knew. Yeah.
Highlights, a lot of the time, your best bet to draw a highlight is to draw a shape and then you carve. You can make really interesting shapes by carving,
Effortlessly.
and you can get some really good negative space. But I don't necessarily think I succeeded very much with this highlight. It's a little bit too heavy. I'm gonna go back to Blade. Blade. You can draw some food or something. At this point, it would probably just be better for me to move on.
Chat, we have started a new anime to
What?
watch.
Oh yeah.
Ramen Fighter Miki. Has anyone watched that show?
Yeah, it's actually pretty funny.
Yeah. By the way, since it is about 8:30,
Is it 8:30?
yeah, do you want me to start making dinner?
I'm not actually that hungry.
You're not that hungry.
What are we even having for dinner?
I was thinking of making some yakisoba.
Ooh, yummy. Are you hungry?
I'm getting hungry,
Yeah, if you want.
but I can always cook later. It's up to you.
I don't really care either way. We can wrap up soon.
Sure. So if we're not in a rush, then it's whatever. I just thought if it's getting later, maybe it's better to start sooner. You've succeeded, Gino says. Is your erase brush the same as the brush you're using?
I don't actually have any idea what erase brush. No, it's just a basic round. It looks like.
Okay. And then what is it on?
What
do
is
you
it
mean-
on?
Do you mean like what program we're using?
It's just
Procreate?
Procreate.
I
Yeah.
think it's the Procreate hard round brush.
Yeah, it'd be the hard round for sure.
I feel like if I were to make a channel
This
that's
is interesting. Yeah.
specifically geared towards like doing commissions, I would probably be like making content that's more like, oh, drawing people's OCs or like reacting and stuff, because a lot of people like when their stuff is being reacted to. People like seeing reactions. Well, what is that? Oh, it's a croissant sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
Yummy. Oh no, what anime show was it and what streaming platform? It's on Crunchyroll. A ramen fighter Miki.
Yeah.
It even has the same name as Miki's the Combs character Miki. So we were like, we gotta watch that one, and it was actually quite funny. The
It
first
was.
episode.
It was good.
Surprisingly, and it's an older anime too.
Hmm.
Hope y'all having fun. Oh yeah.
Yeah, having a good time.
That technical difficulty earlier was kind of annoying though.
It was very annoying.
Oh, Shira. Oh, okay. Shira Tribal says, wanted to say hi to both you and the kitties. Be well. Oh, thanks.
Awesome. Good to see you.
Ooh, that tomato.
Yeah, it
That
will
was
be.
heckin' good. I used to not like mustard. I used to think it was weird. And now I put it on everything. I was just reminded of mustard because of that color. And I was like, I remember I used to not like mustard. How are you so confident in your strokes? Bing bong.
I'm not. I'm like, ugh.
It's like you're like,
I mean, I'm really just like blocking in, right? I'm not thinking in terms of line work. I think a lot of people are so used to drawing that when they paint, they kind of draw their painting. I don't. I kind of just like, I hold the pen really far back as well. It kind of helps me get in the mindset of other stuff. And then I'll come in and I'm really just thinking about like shapes. Like I'd carve.
I should try that. Sick shape.
And I mean, like a lot of the time, like pretty much every painting starts off looking terrible. Like that's kind of just how it is, especially if you're just purely painting. That's fine. I would draw a some sort of a croissant sandwich.
Yummy.
What else? What other food is there to draw?
You want what kind of food? Japanese food?
I don't know.
American food? French food?
Maybe I am kind of hungry after all.
Maybe we'll wrap up soon.
Yeah.
That was fun. I actually enjoyed that lecture.
Yeah,
I'll
it
call
was
it a
good.
lecture.
It was good.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind making more short form content about that topic. At least you would probably do it because you have more knowledge about it. Like talking videos and stuff. That'd be cool. What level of quality should your art be on to post on social media? Is there a way to stand out when your art is not that good yet?
It's hard to say if your art is not that good yet. Engage people in a different way, or maybe people be like, yeah, I would say engage them in a different way. Like, maybe give them something to think about, or maybe your storytelling can shine through. It really just depends. If you're on an art app and trying to get other artists to follow you, it's a bit difficult. But a lot of it, like, you could definitely grow an account in a clever way, even if you're pretty beginner.
That would be an interesting
Experiment.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you could totally grow your account through, like, drawing memes or making relatable content or storytelling. Look at, like, the original One Punch Man. Like, I think that's a perfect example of, like, it's so good, it did so incredibly well, even though the original artist was so bad. And, like, there was a charm to it as well. Like, I would try to find an interesting angle.
Well, the
For
interesting
sure.
thing about those about that manga, especially when it was just, like, really bad drawings, was that the composition was actually really good. It felt like a solid manga.
Yeah.
And I think it was drawn in a silly way that, like, made people not really take it seriously or not really think about, like, the art itself. Like, the art wasn't necessarily... The quality of art wasn't its main focus. It was, like, the silly story along with the silly drawings.
That's how I would do it. Like,
Yeah.
you'd have to find another angle. Like, because obviously people wouldn't be following you because your art is phenomenal. They would be following you for another reason, and then eventually your art would be phenomenal. That's what I would say. Like, if you want... I don't think there is a quality that it needs to be or should be. Like, you can post whenever you want. I think if you're just posting for yourself and stuff. I'm not really feeling food drawing tonight.
That's fine. Don't have to do it.
A pile of, like, berries and fruit could be kind of cool at
That
some
could be
point.
really cool.
I'm all yapped out.
Yeah.
That was a big
Big yap session.
big stream. I might draw food later on my computer or something though.
Yeah.
That could be kind of fun.
Alright,
Well,
chat.
excuse me. All right, everybody, have a great night. We're gonna wrap up here, and yeah, that's about it.
We'll probably stream tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll have a Friday stream.
See you,
Definitely
chat.
an experimental stream today.
Yeah,
Yep.
it was definitely.
Bye bye, everybody. Have a good one.
Ugh, always forgetting that, huh?
Good night. Good night, Palm Poof. Meow, 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 meow. See ya.